What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys another Tokyo Ghoul read-through reaction because it's Friday. And Fridays, I do Tokyo Ghoul read-throughs. Regardless what else comes up, it's Tokyo Ghoul time. So, how's everybody doing? What's everybody up? I know that the stream is extraordinarily late, but I have a few reasons for that. Number one, even though I said it's Friday and it's time for Tokyo Ghoul, sort of forgot that it was Friday. In all honesty, see, what happens here, up here in Canada, we had Canada Day yesterday, and it fell on a very weird day. It fell on a Thursday, so I had a day off, and then today I went to work and stuff, so it sort of felt more like a Monday than a Friday, and just, you know, so I just sort of lost track, sort of forgot it was Friday, and then it was like, oh, well, I didn't have supper ready, blah, 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 and I was like, well, I better eat first, and you know what I'm saying. So, I'm sorry that the stream's so late, guys, but I don't expect this to be a super, super long one like the last one. The last one was the longest stream I believe I have ever done, and, yeah, we're not doing that again. Caden is in here and says, sup? What's up, Caden? How you doing? Now, as always, guys, obligatory 10-minute run-off time, and then we'll get into the chapter. Now, I was told by Miss Content, where I'm starting off at chapter 70. I have reread chapter 69 and 68, so I sort of remember what's going on, right? I was told roughly get to about chapter 83, 84, but that's about 13, 14 chapters. As I said before, where I did such a majorly long stream last time, I think it went to 7 hours. I don't feel like getting anywhere near that tonight. So I don't know if we're going to make it to chapter 83, 84. But that's the goal marker. But if we don't make it there, it's fine. So, anyways. But yeah, as I always say, guys, obligatory 10-minute run-off time. How's everybody's Friday? How's everybody doing? Yada, 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 yada. Actually, surprisingly enough, I've been blowing up quite heavily. Well, not blowing up, that's the wrong term, but I jumped my percentage base. My average view count is usually between about 2,700 and 4,000 views or 5,000 views per 28 days on my analytics. They're at over 8,000 views for this period. My run time is also at 310%, and my subscribers is usually hovering around 18 to 20, is now at 43 or 44 as of today. So that, so my analytics are telling me that this month was crazily good for me. And I'm not really surprised, considering the Record of Ragnarok anime and pumping out all that content and stuff. I'm glad to see that all that time spent and that energy spent was worth it. Like, it wasn't a wasted effort. I didn't kill myself trying to get all those videos out as quick as possible, make all that content, do it properly in a good format and stuff, and then keep up with all my other content, and still everything, you know, it sort of paid off, right? So that's nice to see. And also, these Tokyo Ghoul streams are actually doing surprisingly well. I believe 3 of them have reached over 100 views, which for me, guys, I know that sounds small, but for me that's fairly good. And the other ones are closer to 100 than 50. So I'm pretty happy about that. Skin Intelligence is in here. Hey, Skin. He says, off topic, what are your thoughts on Kylo Ren versus Darth Vader? Is that an honest question? Kane said Darth Vader kills Kylo Ren. Yeah. I don't think I need to answer what... Anybody with a brain who's seen Star Wars knows the answer to that question, and Caden has the right answer. Miss Content is in here and says, what's up? What's up? Miss Content also says, hey, maybe this is the time for your channel's big blow up. I don't know. This is sort of like it's sort of like a minor explosion, like a small fire. You know what I mean? It's not like a major inferno. It's sort of like a small fire started. I don't know if it's going to continue this way. I'm hoping it does. That'd be great. Like if now all of a sudden, okay, boom, I'm hitting... My analytics are jumped up to this. If this becomes my new standard, it's no longer 4,000 views a month, it's 8,000 views a month, then great. If I can hold that steady pace around that as my average, that would be fantastic. But Whereas Record of Ragnarok anime is over and stuff. Maybe I won't, but maybe more people like to hear my comments. I don't know. Surprisingly, what I thought would be my most hated video is doing surprisingly well. I think I have 1 dislike on it. So, and I've got like 18 likes on it or something, 13 likes. Anyways, so interesting. Kane says, how's the heat wave? The heat wave here is sort of dead, but apparently we're getting another one the week after. So, like, our temperatures are still in the, like, 70s, 80s, but they're not up in the high 90s to 100. So, yeah, heat wave's sort of over. But the heat wave is over in the west. And, I mean, that whole town in British Columbia, I mean, it's at ashes now and stuff. So that's frightening. That fire is just, like, raging for everybody. Miss Condon said, your last stream was your most popular after the first. Well, it's good to know that I spent 7 hours on stream, and at least it's one of the more popular ones. It would suck if it was the least popular. This is my 6th video for Tokyo Ghoul. It would really suck if that was the least popular one, you know, or the least popular. Skin said, yo, Griever's on his way to 1K subs. You know what? I'm sort of, like, I'm happy that I might get there, but I'm also dreading it because that means I have to watch Mob Psycho. And I really don't want to. So, because I just didn't, my growth was so slow when I promised that. My growth, I was at like 300 something subscribers. Once again, guys, I was at like 400 something on my first channel. Had to start all over and took a lot to build it back up, right? Because I didn't have Twitter or Discord or anything. So all my old subscribers, I've only seen like 1 or 2 of my original subscribers back here. You used to comment on every video. So that's very sad that I lost contact with so many cool people. But the thing is that, like, when I promised that, my growth was like 6 to 10 subscribers a month. So 1,000 seemed like way far, you know. So it's unfortunate that it's closing in so fast. Skin said, you would be surprised, Griever, about how many people debate and think Kylo would beat Darth Vader. Well, I'm going to tell you, that's not really a debate. That is people talking to crazy people. That's like, sure, I'm sure if I went to Arkham Asylum and I asked people if Kylo Ren would kill Darth Vader, I'm sure I'd find a few inmates of Arkham, you know, that would, or Ravencroft or something like that. You know, the insane asylums. I'm quite sure that they might think that, but regular people, no. Caden said, Vader has killed countless of people from strong to weak, and the only thing Kylo Ren has ever done is killing his dad. Which I still hold to the theory that Han was the one who pressed the button. I liked that theory, okay? Skin said, hot take, prequels over sequels, Star Wars. That's not a hot take. That's pretty much factual by now, isn't it? I thought it was. There aren't too many people that like the sequels over the prequels or the original anymore. Like, the sequels had merit and stuff, but, yeah. So, yeah. Prequels over sequels, really. I mean, I liked Rise of Skywalker. I actually did. I liked Rise of Skywalker for the most part. And I also liked the last scene in The Last Jedi. I liked one scene in The Last Jedi. And The Force Awakens was alright. But I would definitely prefer, I liked Revenge of the Sith more, I liked The Phantom Menace more, and I like Attack of the Clones more, so yeah. Skin said, what's next for Star Wars after sequels, though? Probably more like the Mandalorian stuff, or like the Kenobi series is going to be fantastic. I have no doubt in my mind the Kenobi series is going to be fucking, like, people like Mandalorian, holy shit. People are going to lose their shit over the Kenobi series. But yeah, alright, so, I think we waited long enough. 9 minutes in. Why don't we just start? We'll see how far we get once again. Also, guys, we got 5 people in here. I know that sounds low, but you know what's lower? Only 2 likes. Jack those numbers up, baby, and let's get started. Skin said, are they finally going to adapt some Vader comics? Maybe one day, especially with Hayden Christensen finally coming out of retirement, because Ewan McGregor was like, if I'm doing Kenobi, I want him back. He's my bro. And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll sign off on that. It's like, you give him a call. That's apparently how it happened, according to an interview with McGregor, is that he basically said, I didn't really want to do the project without Hayden. So they called Hayden, and, so that's pretty cool. All right, so starting off chapter 70. Now, we know at the end of chapter 69, we learned all about the owl and stuff, and we learned about the greatest, one of the best. See, old dudes are always the badasses, aren't they? You got Yamamoto in Bleach, you got Rayleigh in One Piece, you got Ichiryu in Toriko, and here you have Yoshimura in Tokyo Ghoul, and he has always been a badass. I've liked him from day one, you guys all know this, and to find out that he's this ultimate badass, ranked triple S. I don't get the S ranking. What happened to A? Like, when did S become a thing? S became a thing, like, it was always A was the top. The highest grade was A+. That's the highest you can ever get as a letter grade. All of a sudden, this S and double S and triple S came into the fold. Is that like an Asian culture thing? Because I remember it, my first time seeing it was Dance Dance Revolution. And playing those games and stuff. So, maybe it's an Asian thing that S was always on top. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so we found out all about him. He's a badass right now, and he's basically buying time, so to speak. And we know that Ayato is fighting against his sister, of course, Toka, and things like that. So now, apparently, by the looks of the beginning of chapter 70, we're just going to get their backstory a little bit. Ayato appears to be the younger sibling. I thought I knew that, but it's still just confirming here. So let's see. So they're walking around, and once again, we don't know. Kanaki seems to be a bit of an odd case, right? But we don't actually know how ghouls are born. Do ghouls have reproductive, or like ghouls can apparently have children, and they're born ghouls by the looks of it. But like, how did the first ghouls start? Like, how do they? We still don't know. So we're gonna assume at this point that even in their backstory, they are ghouls. That's what we're gonna assume going forward. So at the beginning of chapter 70 here, we have, look, there's Mrs. Sato. Oh, Toka, Ayato, hello. Walking with, apparently, I'm assuming this is their father, because that's what Ayato was bringing up, like, you want to be just like dad, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And thinks that their father was a weakling. So let's say, nice day, isn't it, Mrs. Sato? Were you out with your dad today? Uh-huh, we were studying at the library. Oh, here, take this. I made too much. It's meat and potato stew. Well, thank you so much. Look at this, guys. Looks delicious. Yeah. I don't... Okay, so, of course, they can't eat it, of course. That sort of idea. And we've seen Toka's reaction to actually not just throwing it away, but forcing herself to eat, even though it makes her sick, forcing herself to eat all of her high school friends' food and stuff. I forget her name, but the blonde. So, yeah, let's see. And then, oh, wow. For a title called Sister and Brother, and that's an odd title, actually, because it's always brother and sister. Or, the brothers and the sisters. You never start with the sister, It's like saying wife and husband. Kind of weird. Now, I'm not saying that as a sexist thing, guys. I'm just saying that it's weird to read that in that way, in that order, because it's always, usually, you speak of the male first. Brother and sister, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, so it's odd to read it that way. It just sort of caught me there. But that's not the point. The title isn't the point. The point is that Ayato is literally eating Toka's Kagune out of her back. That's disgusting. It's absolutely gross. I mean, we do know that that's what happened. That's what Kanaki did to Jason and ate a couple of his. Apparently he had 3, but he ate 2 of them, so maybe that made him powerful as fuck. I guess eating other ghouls. I don't know if it was confirmed. I forget this because there was a lot of information in the last stream. But I'm assuming that if you eat other Kagunes, that does, make you stronger. I'm going to assume that, So, anyways, the point of the matter is, though, is that he's eating, he's doing that to his own sister. That's just... oh, that's disturbing. Very, very good art, though, right there at the first page. So now Toka's saying, I knew you'd taste like ass, says Ayato. Gets kicked in the face. Oh, dodge. Power means everything. Everything is decided by power. It's time you realize that you're weak. That's why you're gonna lose. Just like Dad did. Toka, Ayato. Oh, we're remembering something. Be good and eat it, please. Okay, so they're at home. There's their father. You guys like Mrs. Sato, don't you? But it's gross, it's all mushy, and that's what human food is like. We're ghouls, alright? So in order for us to live in this world, we have to act like people. Is this world a human world? Says Ayato. Can't we be ourselves? It's not just for humans, Ayato, says the father. It's true there are more of them, but we have our own world. Sometimes we have to endure things to protect it. Come on, grab your chopsticks. Okay, fine. Now, not gonna lie that the dad is doing a good job, and where's the mother? But the dad is doing a good job trying to teach them to be able to do this thing, because later on in life, if they want to integrate themselves like they do in the 20th ward to appear human and nobody really is none the wiser, they're going to have to be able to stomach things like this and eat all the time without showcasing the grimace on the face and the throwing up and stuff like that, right? And to protect them from doves. If they go to a coffee shop and they order a donut and they eat the donut and barely sip the coffee, the doves are going to be like, well, they're more interested in the fucking donut and they seem to have no problem. Like, that's very odd. Like, so even if they suspect them, as we know, they had like 700, 800 cases, right? But some of them, they said like case number 686, I mean, like very, very low chance is actually a ghoul. We'll still monitor, but they're too good. So what he's doing here is not teaching them we have to do this to hide. He's trying to do it from a more humane standpoint, which is ironic, but I get what the father's trying to do here. It's a very two birds, one stone sort of situation for them. So let's see. Gon, it was you who brought me chestnuts. Gon, lying lifeless with his eyes closed, nodded. The matchlock slips out of Hyojo's hands. A thin blue wisp of smoke rose from the muzzle. Read it again. Okay, so they're reading bedtime stories again. This is a story an old man in the village named Mohei told me. Alright, so now the children are asleep. Puts on a jacket, said, "Sleep tight, kids." Dad? So where was he going? What was he doing? "It's a bird. It's a sparrow. Let me see." "Poor thing. Maybe he's hurt and can't fly." "Dad? Should we take care of it until we find his mother?" "Okay. Then we'll need a birdhouse. He needs to be kept warm." "Thank you, Mrs. Sato. So I guess we need a birdhouse. I'll build the house for the bird. So why don't you two go find some food for him?" "Dad, what do sparrows eat? Bugs, I guess." "Bugs? Come on, Ayato. Do we have to?" So the kids are looking for a worm, found a worm, and Ayato's, and Toka's like, quit being such a baby. Let's go show Dad. Okay, so they collect a bunch of stuff. "Wait up, Toka. So then they go there. I said, "Ugh, good job." So the two of you found all of this? Toka did. Toka's just like her mother. I'm not too fond of bugs either. Okay, so the dad's sort of the same weak stomach as Ayato. The sparrow will feel better now. Yeah. Okay, so then, let's see. "How's the bird doing, buddy?" "He's eating. He's a cute little thing." "Good. I just hope my dog doesn't eat him." Heh. "Oh, here, this is for you." A giant-ass fish. Tuna. Looks like it. "The shrimp we used as bait did their job today. We had a big haul. A big haul. It's hard raising them by yourself, but you hang in there. Thank you so much." You know what? What I don't well, not that I don't understand it, but you would think, like, I know that this isn't the case, but sort of like how vampires in most stories and stuff can sometimes survive off of, like, animal blood and animal meat. You would think that ghouls would be able to, like, it's human flesh. You would think that they, maybe not so much fish, but, like, I know I brought this up before, but, like, gorilla meat. You know what I mean? Something close to humanoids. You'd think that it might taste shitty, but it'd be sustainable and tolerable. Like, I still don't get the coffee thing. What is in coffee that is so fucking important? And what about tea? It seems to only be coffee, but there's not really, like, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it would make more sense. I would find it more believable that they wouldn't be able to eat, like, vegetables anymore and fruit and stuff, but they were like, it's really hard to eat steak, but it's bearable. Like, and it does actually sustain us. We don't have to puke it back up or anything. Like, it actually will break down eventually. Sort of like how different things in the human body don't break down very well, but they will. Certain things will eventually. I'm wondering why they didn't go with that ideology. But I mean, it's its own story. It can make its own rules. It's fine. I still just want the answer to the coffee thing. So, give me one sec, guys. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a fish. Cool, huh? They gave us food again. Does that make you happy? Of course it does. Why do you cook when you don't even eat? So we can share it with Mr. Ogichi. It's not fair to be receiving things all the time, right? But you can't even taste it. I can't, but it'll be fine if I follow the recipe. I do have a reputation of being a good cook. That is true. For example, on not Hell's Kitchen, on MasterChef, there was actually a blind cook who got into like the top 12 or something. A blind cook satisfied Gordon fucking Ramsay for multiple rounds. Think about that, guys. A blind cook. Like, so if a blind cook can do it, I can totally believe that if you follow it. Like, once again, at the end of the day, cooking is about the flavor and the texture and stuff, but you can break it down as a science. You truly could. If you follow everything exact and you use your other senses, there's nothing that, like I would find it very odd if if a chemist was not a great cook. That would make no sense to me, that a chemist would not be a great baker or a great cook as well. Because at the end of the day, if you measure everything out accordingly and do it properly, you should never have a bad meal. I mean, improvisation is what makes a good cook to a great cook. But, that being said, so let's see. I hope one day you two will learn how to cook as well. No way, it's a pain. Don't say that. Ugh, it's awful. Hey, your dress is torn, Toka. Oh, it got hooked when I was looking for bugs. Wonder if I can stitch it up. Hey, it's gotten too small for you again. I should buy you some new clothes. You've grown up so much. I wish Mom could see you. Oof. And now hugging them. Toka, you're the big sister. You have to teach things to Ayato. And Ayato, if Toka's in trouble, you have to protect her. Okay, promise me. Alright, so then he leaves again. And let's see. Oh, it's that fucker back again. Motto, and that's the other guy. That's the other guy. I think we've met him before, haven't we? He's one of the investigators that was talking to what's his name about Motto when Motto died or whatever. So Motto, yeah, there he is, the corpse collector. Was he originally working for Mr. Yoshimura? Was he Yomo before Yomo? They're calling him the corpse collector. So he goes out, he finds dead bodies, or does he dig up funeral? Like, does he dig up like graveyards or something? Find meat, eat it, and blah blah blah. Maybe give it to the kids. I mean, the kids clearly are fed. They're not just eating bad food. They're clearly fed in some other way as well. So clearly he does provide somehow. But oh no. Didn't expect him to be such a slender man. Maybe he only gets the bare minimum. He breaks down a corpse like Mr. Yoshimura does. They break it down into small packages and they only eat the bare minimum, and he gives most to his growing children. I could accept that. I could accept that. Yeah, okay. So, and now we see the bird. That is one fat-ass bird. I'm going to tell you right now. For a sparrow, that's a fat-ass sparrow. Good boy, good boy. Chunta's doing so much better. He only likes you. It's not fair. But he's better because you've been finding a lot of food for him. Let's show Dad when he comes home. Yeah, he's pretty late though. Let's see. Dad? Oh wow. Um, Toka's... Look at Toka's face. What the fuck? Oh. Still calling it for dad, huh? Says Ayato. He ain't around anymore, Toka. Oh, man. But what are you doing, Ayato? Jesus Christ. That's pretty sick. That's some pretty sick shit. Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's some pretty sick shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This has some pretty sick shit going on in it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's check the chat really quick so we can jump into chapter 71. Let's see. Caden said, why didn't Ahsoka raise Luke? Because Obi-Wan did. Caden said, let's start the chapters. We did. Miss Khan says, Asian countries seem to really like S ranks for things. Yeah, I've noticed that. Anime power rankings don't make cry style rankings. Skin said S means spectacular and special in rankings. Yeah, I know what it stands for. I just mean, like, I never understood. It's just sort of random. It's sort of like if you did a 1 to 10 number rating, 10 being the highest, and then all of a sudden you added 28 at the top, right? Like, sort of weird. I think the ordering for the title is intentional. I think so too. What Miss is saying here, I think so too. Miss said, eating other ghouls makes you way stronger since ghouls have way more RC cells than humans. Exactly. Yeah, I thought that, but they, like, because the more RC cells you have, the stronger ghoul you become. So yeah, that makes sense. It lets them develop wearable kagune like Yamori. He and the CCG calls them Kakuja ghouls, the enlightened ones. Yeah, so clearly doing that over a number of years would increase your stuff. Artist. Hello, Artist. Says, hi, new here. Excited to see someone reacting to Tokyo Ghoul. Well, and also sup, Miss. Well, welcome. If you came from Miss Content's channel, nice to see ya. Yada, yada, yada. I hope you enjoy. Skin said, low-key, it's kind of messed up just to fit into the society. They force themselves to eat human food every day. That probably tastes like crap to them. Yeah, that does suck. I will admit that does suck. Absolutely. Miss Content said, hey, Artist. And Grim's in here. Hey, Grim. It's been a hot minute since me and Grim have talked, but I'm still checking out his the One Punch Man podcast, guys. Definitely go check out the One Punch Man podcast, hosted by Grim Reaper. He's got some of the best cats in the biz on that podcast, so definitely go check that out. I definitely tune in every time because I know that my takes are always hot takes, and these are the guys who actually know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to One Punch Man. And he says, "Gangsta Griever, you know it, man." No, I was cooking before I started streaming, Grim. So you know the do-rag goes on when I cook. Got to keep the hair out of the food, right? Misk said, I think the blind chef actually won. Did the blind chef actually win? I don't remember them winning. I just remember them getting really far. But I didn't keep up with the season, so I'm not sure. But anyways, all right, well, we're caught up. And everybody, once again, big shout out to anybody in here who is a content creator. I already shouted out Grim. Go check out Grim Reaper's channel. And he's got a great Discord, way more popular than mine, so definitely go join his Discord if you like One Punch Man and all the other... Grim actually does quite a few series. I believe he was doing solo leveling there for a while, and yeah, I don't know if he's still doing that, but yeah, so... And same with Misk. Definitely go check out Misk's stuff as well. He does Record of Ragnarok and Kengan and other things. Sorry guys, my mind's drawing a bit of a blank. It's been a long day. Alright, so let's go. We're caught up with the chat, so here we jump into chapter 71, Two People. Alright, now we're going to see where they go off. Strange children? Yes, children who may possibly be ghouls. Always dress shabbily or don't appear to be attending school. Can't speak well for their age, or, I'm sorry, what? Are very, very picky eaters. Children that are actually particularly boorish. See anything like that? What is this? What are you asking me? Yeah, see, this is why you need to blend. And Skin wasn't wrong, or was it Skin who said it? Just double check right here. Yeah, it was Skin who said it, that it is very messed up. It's very messed up that they have to do this. It is. It's not fair that they have to do this, but it is. It's just part of it. It's part of blending in. It's how they're going to continue to survive, right? Like, at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's all about survival, and they need to be able to survive, right? So, totally with that. So yeah, this guy, and this is why they blended, because nobody from the outside in would see Toka or Ayato as anything but a regular person. This is a residential neighborhood. There's a school not too far away, and all the kids are strange one way or another. They may be children, but if they are ghouls, it wouldn't be too hard for them to rip the limbs off 3 grown men and leisurely satisfy their appetites. If you remember anything, please contact us here, if it isn't already too late. You don't think you scared him a little too much? Scare him. Judging from the contents of his bag, the kids are probably 7 or 8, right? They probably can't use their kagune yet. I would think 3 men should be able to handle them. That was a warning, an important duty as an investigator. As far as kagune, it depends on the individual. We don't want anyone harboring the kids. If they're familiar children, it won't be strange to develop an attachment to them, like Mrs. Sato and all this stuff. I'm getting it now. How do you get to be a senior investigator? I'm an assistant special investigator now. All the more reason, Shinohara. Anyway, we have a high priority case. Let's leave the corpse collector's children to the branch investigators. So then we see the kids. Toka, what if Dad doesn't ever come home? He'll be back. He'll be back. Remember that time with Mom? He promised he wouldn't leave us. He'd never leave us behind. So let's wait. But if the ghoul-slaying cops found Dad, why would you say that? Let's see. Toka, Ayato. Mrs. Sato? Oh, good, you're here. Look at you two. So haggard. Oh, he got to her. Mato got to her. I hadn't seen you two in a while, so I got worried. Did something happen? You can tell me. Dad's. Ayato, it's okay, Toka, I know. Here, help yourself to this. You must be hungry. Aren't you going to eat it? No need to be shy. Eat it. Mrs. Sato shoves the food in his mouth. Mrs. Sato, stop. Ayato, you don't want to? You don't? I knew it. You two really are. You two are ghouls. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Mrs. Sato, oh, this is not good. I can't believe that pretty boy was trying to eat us. No, Dad wasn't. You monsters, you're coming with us. Okay, we got them. Put the cage around them. We'll take you to your father. And then shing. That was Toka who unleashed her kagune and attacked the branch investigator. And then started running away. Kagune, they didn't tell us that. Toka, what? Shintas. Oh, the bird. Wait a minute. Wait. They ran away. They caught them in the house. Oh no, they went to Mrs. Sato's house. That's where they were. They went to Mrs. Sato's house, and now they're running back to their apartment to find the bird. Okay. Please be quiet. Toka grabs the bird, and then it pecks her by the eye. Ow. Are you all right? Ayato, we gotta go. Does she have a scar there that we've never seen? Is that or have we seen it? Like, I'm assuming there's a little scratch there by her eye. I don't remember it, but sure. And why wouldn't Ayato get the bird? So Ayato, we gotta go. Okay, so did they bring the bird with them? I don't know. They're looking for us. Toka, your shoulders. I don't know. It throbs a little, but what are we gonna do, Toka? We gotta get as far away from here as possible. Hey Toka, what about Dad? He's fine. He's a klutz, but he's tough. He said we should live like people, but this wouldn't have happened if we didn't. My leg hurts. I'll piggyback you. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm the older sister and I have to protect him. I have to protect Ayato. I don't see the bird. So did they try to bring the bird and the bird didn't want to come? Or I'm not sure. Let's see. Are you two the... Alright, so now we're jumping forward in time. Are you two the Kirishima siblings? I hear you've been getting stronger and stronger. I was just looking for somebody fitting for a fellow cannibal. You two are... Modetro. Oh, just right. Mode what? What's up with this guy? So, oh, is this the gourmet? Back in the day? Is this the gourmet? Interesting. So he said, let's kill him, sis. The old man Yoshimura is going to give you an earful, says Toka, but they launch anyways. Okay, so they were a bit of troublemakers. I heard you two fought to a draw against Tsukiyama. That was reckless. Shut up. You'll reach the end of your rope if you keep fighting your own kind, or intrude on others' feeding grounds. You don't think Ayato's been particularly out of control? So I have a suggestion. What do you think about attending school, Toka? Huh? School? So we don't really see how they came to meet Yoshimura yet. That's probably going to be revealed at a later time if it's relevant. But at the same time, yeah, interesting. So we don't really know how that happened. Why would I can't. I'm not smart enough. I'll teach you until you reach the appropriate academic level. Of course you would. I think it would be helpful for both you and Ayato. What do you think? What's the catch? How about you one day be the poster girl for the cafe and pay off your coffee debt? Penny pincher. School? Old man Yoshimura said he'd pay for it. Don't. Sounds fishy. Yeah. You won't believe what Yoriko did at school. Save it. Okay, so she went to school and he didn't. I don't care what the humans do. They're just prey after all. What? You jealous? Huh? I don't give a damn about them. We're ghouls after all. Okay, so now he's in his rebellious stage and she's trying to make something better of herself, taking Mr. Yoshimura up on the offer. You glad you can forget you're a monster when you're pretending to be buddy-buddy with humans? What are you saying? I just thought we'd fit better if we knew more about their world. Didn't you learn anything from what happened to Dad? Humans turn on us once they find out what we are. You're gonna screw up one of these days too. I can't stay with somebody with no sense of danger anymore. I had to wait. So let's see, left. Now we see Yomo there. I heard this story from Itori, but ever since a young ghoul showed up, the feeding grounds in the 14th Ward have been a true mess. It might actually be your brother. So let's see. Where are you? And so she's just hugging a pillow. She can't say, where are you and what are you doing? Mom. Dad. Oh, we see a shot of the mother. Mom, Dad, damage the Kaguga and the Kagune can't come out. All you gotta do is lie there and watch. See ya, Ayato. Toka, I don't want to be alone. Okay, so she's remembering everything. Stay down. And alright, now we're back to the fight. I don't want to ever be alone. And whoa! Whoa! Kanaki in here with the white hair. With the white hair just flowing. And he just like, you won't be. I just killed motherfucking Jason. I killed Jason Voorhees. No one in this fucking manga can claim they killed Jason Voorhees other than that thing that I think is supposed to be trans and I'm not sure. But anyways, that was after he already fucked him up. So, alright, yeah, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Yes. Looks like, alright, so now we're jumping away. Looks like there aren't any doves over here. We're finally out of this place. I'm sorry, Banjo. Everyone, please go on ahead. There don't seem to be any investigators or Aragori guys for a kilometer. Kanaki? Some unfinished business came up. Oh, yeah. So that's where they were running away with Kanaki and then Kanaki. Oh, so we're seeing... This is what's happening in the present. I got confused. I don't know why they would do that. Like, that's sort of confusing, actually. But they're showing that he said, all right, everybody else run for it. I love that Banjo is still alive. Banjo's a pimp. Banjo's one of the best characters. But this is cool. So some unfinished business came up. So now he's going to go help Toka and everybody. Okay, this is pretty cool. I like this. These are pretty good chapters. This is solid. This is some of the best part. Like, ever since like chapter like 60, 61 started, Tokyo Ghoul has been nothing but absolute fire. And it's been some of the best parts of the manga thus far. I will say that like the 40s are some of the worst parts of Tokyo Ghoul. Not that they're terrible or anything or like abysmal or trash, but they're just not that entertaining. They're not that interesting. I think the manga hits the ground running with the first like 10, 20 chapters, and then it's sort of a little bit to the slide, and now it's picked right back up. I think that that's the case. Let's see here. For some reason, I can't scroll down. I don't know why. Yeah, that's weird. I'll just try to say something to... Maybe it's in the... Yeah. Okay, I can't scroll down for some reason, but I did see... Haley is in here and says, hello, Griever. Hi, Haley. How you doing? And that's it, I believe. So let's just move on to chapter 72. I'm excited to keep reading. Oh, that's why. Okay, so the end of the chapter was actually him saving Toka. The beginning was chapter 72. See, sometimes they screw up. Viz screws up sometimes because now I've started chapter 72 and now I'm looking at the same page again. So this was the beginning of chapter 72. This makes a lot more sense. Like why they would end it on a, I'm here to save you. And then like just one quick jump back to, I have some unfinished business. Like, that's weird. But now it makes more sense. That was Viz's fuck up, guys, not the chapter fuck up. So, okay. So, we already read that page, so let's go. And then we jump away. Damn it, he got me in my arm. Hey, designer perm boy, get up. Boom. Designer perm boy, really? Boom. Off goes the goddamn head. There we go. Nishiki. There we go. You little bastard. So now he's attacking them. Tick. I'm outnumbered. Well, you evened it up pretty good. I'm outnumbered, and these guys, they're all skilled with their kagune. They're not like the other members. And then, boom, in out of nowhere comes Kanake. Kanake. Who are you? Looks at him. Nishio. Kanaki? You were all right? Wait, hold on. How did that happen? What happened to you? Nishio. We have to go. Oh, right. Let's go. Boom. Oh, now he's going to fight Ayato. He's going to kick the shit out of Ayato. Toka, is that you, Kanaki? Toka? Did you come to save me? Looks, you're a mess. Oh, I like how they're... This is well done, guys. This is well done because this is showing, like, she's going to say, like, they're finishing each other, but they're talking about each other. Is that you, Toka? Did you come to save me? Looks at him and goes, you're... And he finished it, a mess, but talking about her when she's talking about him, but they're doing the double sentence thing. Like, you guys know what I mean. I don't need to fully, like, dive into it and explain why it's cool, but it's really cool because, yeah, now she's really upset. She says, it's my fault. I'm sorry. What? How do you figure? You idiot. She passed out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, Kanaki. Oh, Kanaki was attacked by Ayato or somebody? I'm alright. He doesn't give a fuck. Can you take her? Sure. Kanaki, Nishio, put that on. It'll get you psyched, won't it? Thank you. Oh, you're going to put the mask on. He's going to put on the mask. You look awfully different, eye patch boy. He does look pretty badass. He looks emo as fuck, but you know, like, he wasn't exactly cool before anyway, so, yeah, okay. I was pretty sure you were already dead. And now, alright, so Ayato is now going to attack Kanaki. And it looks really impressive. Now, Kanaki, we can't see his facial expression given the fact that the mask is always really creepy and smiling. Said, you will be now, though. and tries to take him forward. He seems to be holding his own. And then he dodges. He jumps up in the air. Boom, boom, boom. He's doing like breakdancing moves across the roof. Says, "What's the matter, Eye Patch? Come at me. Fight back. Come kill me, man." I can't do that. He's going to be like, I can kill you, but I'm not going to because it would make Toka sad, isn't he? Is that what he's going to... Yeah, I should have guessed that before this even started, but I'm sure. I do that and Toka... See, I keep doing this with this manga. Yeah, have you guys noticed that? This is my 6th fucking video, and every single time I literally guess like a panel or a page or one chapter away. I come up with a theory, I come up with a reason, I come up with something, and then I literally 4 minutes, 1 second to 5 minutes later, I'm reading it. It's like, just shut up and read the fucking manga sometimes, you know what I mean? They're gonna answer your question. I do that and Toka will be sad. You're her only brother. Even if you are a member of our Giri, the very group that hurt Toka, I can't kill you. You half-assed. You might look the part now, but you're still the same inside. Can't kill me? You are still soft. Boom! Boom! Just completely into the ground you go. And so, Ayato, you'll be beaten half to death. Fucking, that was an Ichigo fucking Aizen. Let's not do this here. A foolish... Boom! That's what that was. That was the face palm. Boom! Into the ground. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, I can't kill you. I was wondering... You know what? I should have expected that too, but that one I did not expect. He's like, I'm not going to kill you. But I am going to beat the ever-loving shit out of you for what you did. I'm not going to kill you because that would make Toka sad. But there's nothing wrong with if I break every bone in your body and keep you alive while I do it, Yeah, I'm going to beat you half to death. All right. I like this. I like this a lot. This is cool. Let's see what chapter that was a relatively short chapter actually, so let's go with chapter 73. Half to death? Don't get ahead of yourself just because you caught me by surprise. Your Kagune is about volume from long range. If all of your shots hit, sure, it could be critical, but one shot alone isn't too damaging. Your Kagune is a bit underpowered at close range, so you inevitably fight from a distance. There's not much space down there here. Ooh. Glare looks down on him. Boom! Yes! Tick. You can't fly like you want inside a cage. Grabs him. Oh, I never noticed he's got like the bird symbol on his thing before. Okay, so where's the fucking sparrow? Boom. Punches him in the gut. Slam. You and Toka are siblings. Bam. You shouldn't hit her. Bam! Just keeps beating the shit out of this guy. Boom! Boom! You know what you really shouldn't? Boom! Do to somebody, boom, is beat the shit out, boom, when they're your siblings. But I'm not. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. It's so cool. You shouldn't hit her. You think I'm going to do what you tell me? Slam. Oh, that didn't do shit. And then boom. All right, there goes his leg. Ayato, there's also the issue of how we match up. If you're weaker than Yamori, I'll win. Considering he beat the shit out of Yamori, too. And ate him. Shut up. You and all your talk is funny. Underpowered at close range, you idiot. I'm better at close range. And now, alright, he's going to unleash his full Kagune. Alright, we're going to jump away. I don't know where we're jumping away to, because I can see the buildings, but I guarantee you we're just going to see him fucking bloody with, like, missing 2 limbs. That's what we're going to see. Alright, okay, now the special investigators, they look like fucking Super Sentai. They're fucking Power Rangers now. Okay, so now, those aren't Kagunes, those are Power Ranger outfits. They went, morphin' time! Kagune. And dude with a butcher cleaver sword thingy that actually looks awesome. The spear thing is like meh, but the other guy, I can't tell who's who. It's like Shino Sana or whatever his name is. And the other guy, the special investigators, he's got like one of the coolest, like, it looks like an Odachi or some shit. It's like, that's a badass looking blade. That's a really cool blade. Reminds me of Zabimaru from fucking Bleach. Let's see. Cover them. So now they're going to fire. We're jumping back to the owl. Let's see what he does. Vroom. Oh, you think he can take on the owl? He just dodging. He just playing a game with these punks. He playing a game with them. Boom, boom, boom. Slams him into the wall. Gasp, huh? Okay, now that they're both sort of on their ass and retreating. This Arata's got one hell of a projectile feature for a prototype. Oh, so they're the ones... Oh, that's right, because he's using one of the strongest, the Coca prototype or whatever it is. We would have died twice by now if we were using gear from 10 years ago. Yeah, using a Kakuja's Kagune makes all the difference. Oh, Kakuja, isn't that like the one, the hardest to use but the strongest one? But man, he's got an Ukaku that's best suited for long-range attacks because it's speed type. At close range, he's got the Kagune on his shoulders. On top of that, he's got a shotgun-like Kagune that covers close to mid-range. I don't think he's going to run out of steam either. Is this what you call having all bases covered? The owl's, without a doubt, the worst of the ghouls. He's thinking about it. Hira. Okay, so he's looking on to Hira. That was the guy who said, I'm expendable. He's a senior investigator. He was there with the team or whatever. With the owl before, I believe. But, let's just see. Senior investigator Hirako. He didn't stand out much in the academy. But after joining the bureau, he partnered up with Arma, who was at the time 22 years old and an assistant special investigator. While working with Arma, he eliminated a group of clone mass ghouls and made outstanding contributions in the 24th Ward investigation with his sound work ethic. His partnership with investigator Arma lasted 6 years until he was promoted to senior investigator, so he probably learned something from the guy. Here's the guy who's watched Arma the most up close. The one guy with first-hand knowledge of how Arma engaged the owl, maybe. He's got a shot. Is that what you're thinking, sir? That's why he's waiting so patiently, so calm. He's watching the battle. Investigator Shinohara, Investigator Arima was a natural. I keep saying that name. Arima. God, it's hard. I just read things too fast. Was a natural. There were barely any occasions where he could teach me. There were barely any occasions where he could teach me anything. Hey, Take. Hey, take. We have 2 arms. All you have to do is move them separately. Is it that difficult? I'm sorry. I'm just an average guy. Well, that's sort of like, I know what he's sort of saying, because that's sort of like, for example, I'm not bad when I've learned certain ways of playing a piano, like with one hand. My problem is being able to tell my left hand and my right hand to do the different things, where you play like the bass line with this one and then you play the other one with your right hand. Like, I have struggled, like I can play the one with my left and I can play the one with my right, but my right and my left always want to try to do the same thing with the sound. They always want to hit the same keys and do the same motion. So it takes a certain knack. It takes a lot of practice or just a prodigy to be able to do it naturally. And of course he's able to do it, and he just, and you know, Hira is here just going, I'm sorry, I'm just an average guy, you know. Like, I can't do that crazy shit just because you say, make it sound so simple. Let's see. I doubt they expect that much from me, but if you and Special Investigator Kuroiwa expect half of what Investigator Aima did, no, even a third of what he did for me, you should know that I can't live up to it. He's going to attack the owl, and oh, he took it. He's going at him. He took a shot to the face. I may not have met a third of your expectations, but I hope I at least met a tenth of them. It's over. Ow, boom, and oh, that was a distraction so that both of these special investigators with their Kagune could attack the owl. All right. Well, this is getting interesting. I don't think Mr. Yoshimura is going to die here though. So yeah. Haley said, sorry about that. Miss Conn said, going to be listening to this while playing some Dead Space. Which one's Dead Space? I know it's a game. Dead Space. The original Dead Space. There's a remake. Oh yeah, the Dead Space, that was on like the PS3. Yeah, that's an old fucking game. I never really got into it, so I couldn't tell you anything about it. I think I tried to play Dead Space 2 and it was absolutely terrible, but maybe the first Dead Space was good. I don't know. He says, going to be doing that, which surprisingly runs perfectly on my laptop. Wonderful news there. Haley said they have autosave in Skyward Sword. Cool. I never played a Zelda game where I needed an autosave, but I guess it's glad it's there. So let's move on to chapter 74 here. And they both got a strike in on the owl. Let's see if it actually did anything. So they're both looking over. It's over. So we lost. Oh shit. It's over. So we lost. Oh shit. I mean, I was going to be like, okay, Mr. Yoshimura is somehow going to get away. We lacked firepower. So they're just shocked and he's just recovering like crazy or some shit. He looks like a badass. Like Mr. Yoshimura, the mask looks like something out of Majora's Mask. The body looks like something out of Darksiders. It just looks amazing. And he goes, lacked firepower. The owl's Kakua can't be fatally damaged, even with both special investigators' Quinquis. Even though both were made from Kagune of rate S ghouls. Remember, this guy is rate SSS. Triple S. Let's see. Biko. Alright, they're going to actually show us the ghouls here, and I can't really read that. Bikayu something was a violent ghoul who something flaunted his strength. Sorry, guys. It's just really tiny for some reason here. He repeatedly fed on investigators as a test of his strength. A number of senior and assistant investigators lost their lives. Rinkaku something... Kuroiwa Special, the owner of the Kagune, a ghoul identifying himself as Oz, was one of the leaders of a robbery group. He was a repeat offender leading human ex-cons. Due to a high number of law enforcement victims, Special Investigator personally eradicated him. Okay? So, these guys were top-tier fucking ghouls. Very dangerous S-rank ghouls. But... have they, like, the owl is ranked triple S. I wonder who else is ranked triple S. Is there a higher rank than triple S? And who is ranked double S? If special investigators of this caliber only get S rank Quinquis, that either acknowledges that they don't actually have anything above and double, like, they don't have a double S Quinqui or a triple S Quinqui, or they've never actually been able to defeat one before. It's not looking good, even with a rate S Quinqui. Even if we could defend his attacks with Arata, we can't. Bang! Oh shit! And in comes the owl. Boom, boom, boom. Sir, Investigator Kukwaya or Kuwaya, something. And then boom, boom, boom. Attacking from behind, trying to catch the owl off guard. 2-on-1. It's not looking good. Slice, dodge, dodge, dodge. And then the owl attacks. Boom. Almost took his head off. Boom. Jumped forward. Is he going to clash with him? Slash. I think he actually hit him. How about that? I believe he did hit him in the face, but it didn't seem to do anything. Wow, guess it wasn't deep enough. Apparently not, because he doesn't even care. So let's see. Yeah, I'll just looking on, glaring. These guys are firing with regular guns, and he just... Are you fucking kidding me? And they're just like, maybe we shouldn't attack. Uwacho. How far were we allowed to take these prototypes? You thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, do they have some super powered thing? Come on, Arata. Are they going to eat up? Oh, these prototypes, it's going to allow the Quinkui to eat their own flesh. Are they going to do this? It's a self-sacrificing thing, but it's going to give them super strength. It's going to eat. It's going to eat their bodies to build up the Quinkui. Oh, that's sick, but it makes sense. Eat up. Is everything all right, sir? I don't like them. These toys, Arata especially. It's the worst. Monsieur Hissy. Oh, you mean me? Because of my store. What is it, Tsukiyama? Let's see. This is merely out of personal curiosity. Why haven't you used your Kagune yet? Guess it depends on who I fight. The way things are going, I don't think I'll need to. Yeah, remember that Uda is the only one that can fight with Yomo, other than probably the owl. So the only one strong enough. So Uta's just like, I would pull out my Kagune, but on these, really? Like, I've seen the level these guys are at, and no, like what? No, like I don't need to. I literally don't need to. I can fight them without it. The way things are going, I don't think I'll need to. We also have 2 Pagonius guys with us. That's unfortunate. I wish I could get a glimpse of the violent impulse hidden behind your delicate sense of beauty as a mask maker. It's nothing that special. Ho ho, don't be so modest. Huh? Renji? Is something wrong, Yomo? Yomo senses something. But Uta doesn't seem the need to use his Kagune. That's pretty badass. We're heading back. Something the matter? Don't we have to cut through Tower 5? Up top. I'm sensing something sinister. Be prepared to fight for real, Uta. And it's coming from Yomo, the second strongest ghoul in the verse. Let's go. Kanaki, says Nishio. You alright, man? Yeah, he's gonna fucking rape this guy. And I mean that in no uncertain terms. He's gonna fucking destroy him. Okay, so jump, boom, boom, boom. Kanaki not getting hit at all. Ayato thinking that he's so strong. Kagune, the Kagune is out. He's a little shocked by Ayato's freedom of movement, but Kanaki seems to be taking it pretty well. And then he says, die, asshole. And he strikes him, and oh, he actually took some, by the looks of it, he actually did take some hits. And Kanaki's like, I see. Nobody can dodge that, but why? With the strength he has. Wait. Is that Ayato saying? Nobody can dodge that, but why? With the strength he has. Oh, maybe he's... How do you like that? How do you like that, half-assed? Had enough yet? You know. I seem to be quite resilient. If I'm to be hurt, being hurt psychologically would be more effective. Hey, want me to tell you your secret? Huh? He's laying on the ground there. He does not give a fuck. Once again, nothing that happens anymore. This dude had a centipede put into his brain while he was getting his toes chopped off. Nothing they do to him is going to feel... He's not going to feel anything anymore. He's not going to feel anything anymore. I'm telling you. This is craziness. Miss Condon says... Just jumping over to the chat really quick, guys. Miss Condon says, it's pretty good so far. It's basically Resident Evil 4 in space. I'm not a big gun, an FPS guy, guys. Like, I like my James Bond games and Resident Evil 4 And I think that's basically it. I'm not a big FPS guy. Never was. I don't play Call of Duties or I don't play any of those type of games. But I will say that Resident Evil 4 was just such a good game. It was such a good game. So Resident Evil 4 in space does sound fun. Is it over-the-shoulder camera, Misk? I like the over-the-shoulder camera. I prefer it to like actual like FPS, first person. Haley said you should play it. Play what? Resident Evil 4, I have. Skyward Sword, I have. Or Dead Space. Well, maybe I will one day play Dead Space. I don't know. Anyways, that's all the chat's saying. So let's jump back into the chapter 75. At this pace that we are going, we're only just over an hour into the stream. We're already at chapter 75. Maybe we will reach chapter 84 like Misk wanted me to. We might reach that. Though I am going to have to take a break quite soon because we're already an hour in. And you guys know what time it is. When I'm drinking on a Friday, every hour on the hour, this old man, he plays too. He goes for a piss. I got nothing. Ow, that hurt. I got no rhyme for that. I was trying to think of something. So let's see. All right, jumping into chapter 75 though. Before we do that, my secret. What does that even mean? What you're trying to do in Aogiri. Huh? To kill stupid ass humans. Wrong. That's beside the point. What? What do you know, you idiot? Kanaki just went through, I'd like to call it a Chad formation, but it was basically, he's basically like a Jewish survivor of Nazi torture at this point. He's like a war victim at this point. So he's basically like, he's gone so far deep that he's risen back up, and now he like understands everything on a fundamental level, you know? Like, and at this point, he's just like, no matter what you tell him, he's not going to be shocked by anything. He's going to be like, his perception is fucking, because he had to, like with the torture thing, like I can understand why, like some people say, well, how has he developed, like how can he understand people so well, like at this point? But that makes total sense because he had to take a hard look at himself at a cellular level to survive. And he went a little crazy. Don't get me wrong. That torture, he went a little nuts. His hair turned white and everything. He's gone a little fucking mad. But the idea is that now he's got some level of clarity. Sort of like that movie Limitless with the pill. Lets you use 100% of your brain. Think of it that way. It's like a side effect of being so tortured is that he had to look so far down and understand pain. He had to go past the point that pain doesn't affect him, that psychological trauma, it didn't affect him anymore. He suffered so much of it in such a short span of time that it transformed him, sort of like EV or V for Vendetta. They went through all this shit, and then there's just this point that you reach that just makes you like not a better person, but just makes you were blind and now you see sort of idea. You didn't understand how blind you were before, and his perception levels are going to be through the fucking roof because he had to look internally and externally at every decision in his entire life, every decision, every person he's ever met, why they did what they did. He needed to try to make sense of the torture, so he questioned every single little butterfly effect trigger that led him to this point. And at that junction, he gained huge amount. It's sort of like once again, I think it's absolutely horrendous that this happened, but it does make psychological sense because at the time, like, it's sort of like, to use a video game analogy, since we were talking about video games, it's sort of like going on and taking on the final boss right away. Or like at level 1, you go and take on a level 10 boss. The chances you are going to die are fucking stupid. It's stacked against you, right? But on the off chance you win, you just went from level 1 all the way to level 25 in 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes because the boss fight I'm sure would take longer, but you know what I mean? Like I did that in Final Fantasy 15, I believe, and I skyrocketed. The rest of the game was fucking easy. Because I went and fought a boss I wasn't supposed to fight and I won. So, I mean, the loot you get, the experience you gain and shit. So that's why I'm doing the video game comparison, because that's basically what it was. Is that people usually need to, like, they need experience and wisdom and stuff. And that comes with time and age and situations and experiences, right? You need to experience the world. You need to experience situations, tough, like grief, loss. You need to experience all that. He experienced it all in this super condensed manner. Like, really, really fast. Sort of like Bankai training in 3 days. Bankai takes 10 years. You can go through hell and get it in 3 days, but there's a higher chance that you die doing it. So, but the trade-off is, if you actually succeed, you get Bankai, right? So, once again, this is a lot more horrendous and torturous, and I would never take the trade, but that's basically what happened to him. So it's actually, it makes total sense to me. Because I feel like some people will probably complain that his character is too OP right now or something like that. I'm like, no, he's just perceptive. He is OP now, but he did literally have, everybody is after Rise. He's got her Kagune to begin with. Then he just ate Jason, the guy that everybody's worried about, and has 2 of his Kagune inside of him. So, like, I'm like, power-wise, he's suiting fine, and his character development, his change in attitude makes total sense. So let's see what he says. I know now, after having fought you, sure you're strong. Yamori didn't seem to like you very much. He didn't step in because he recognized your skills, I think. You don't know nothing. Stop acting like a know-it-all, and he goes after him. Fucking grabs him by the head. Boom! Knee to the face. Knee to the face. That's what I'm talking about. Just shut up and listen. I'm talking. This fucking man became a Chad overnight. It's hilarious. Well, actually, it's absolutely horrendous once again. See, that's the problem. I don't want to make light of what happened to him to get him to this point. Nobody should ever have to suffer through that. Well, animals do, but I don't consider them human anyway, so it's fine. But, I could probably do that to certain people, but, Kanaki shouldn't be this badass. He shouldn't be this powerful, and he shouldn't be this know-it-all, as Ayato puts it, because of that stuff. But anyways, yeah, he's just shut up and listen. I'm talking. He even put the finger to the mouth. Fucking A, you bastard. I didn't like you from the start. Your eyes, your attitude, how you talk, you remind me of my stupid old man. Who, your dad was a good person. Like, seriously. Let's see. And now you act like you know everything. Going on and on about your stupid delusion. What the hell's wrong with you? Die, 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 die. Get out of my face. You're nothing but a half-ass. Gasp. Did he strike him? I didn't see what happened. Yamori was tough. What? I know because I fought him. Toka went after him. At Antiku. He would have killed her if they had fought. So what? You stepped in and struck her. I should have kicked the crap out of her. Weren't you protecting her so she wouldn't be killed? Look at that face. Look at that face! You know, had I not been doing streams on a week-to-week basis, I probably would have came to this conclusion before Chapter 75. So if anybody out there sort of saw this progressing down this road, like before when they were reading it week to week or whatever, I can understand because it seems obvious now that it's been pointed out. But whereas I read these things in a binge read format every Friday, I tend to miss sometimes I'm very on point, as you guys have seen, but, and usually I'm more right than I'm wrong, but sometimes I totally miss the train. You know, I just, the train left without me. So, but I'm not unhappy about that because I love to be surprised, and I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think at the time when they were at the cafe and she was going to attack and stuff, he knocked her out instead and stuff. I didn't see. It's happened in almost every fucking fictional manga Every shonen manga that has happened. Itachi does it. Fucking in Bleach, fucking Byakuya does it. Who else does it? In Toriko it happens. In Full Metal Alchemist it happens. It happens in everything. Air Gear it happens. Wow. Okay. Ayato is just shocked as fuck. As fuck. Let's see. Flashback time. Or monologue time. I was relieved when I got to the roof, but I also thought it was strange. I thought, why doesn't he kill Toka? If you were fighting to kill her, it would have been over quick. The thing you want to accomplish, going as far as joining Awagiri, what could that be? To make a world so she doesn't suffer anymore. You are the half-ass. That is your secret. That's one crazy fantasy you got. I think you might be crazy. Nothing you say makes much sense. And then we're seeing Toka and this is when she was crying, I'm assuming. Is this when the bird thing happened? The bird pecked the eye and she was crying, but she was not just crying because she was crying because now they had to move. Now everything was happening, but she was supposed to be the protector. This one panel, it seems to jump out of nowhere, this double page, this big panel, but I think it's extremely appropriate that now we're seeing through the eyes of Ayato at the back of his sister, of his big sister, and now we're seeing he doesn't want her to cry anymore. So he thinks by joining Awagiri, he can make a world for only ghouls, and then Toka will be safe forever. Wow. And she was crying. She was crying. Not just because the bird attacked her, but wow. Now let's see. Kanaki, boom! Slam, kicked him right in the face. Well then, I've said what I had to say. Slam, hits him. You little, as I promised. I'm beating you half to death. Slams him through 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. Okay. What do you think is the definition of half to death? It's half of death. So I think what I have to do is perform half the act of killing. Say the destruction of the entire body is worth 1 death. Separating them into the upper and lower body would lead to a big discrepancy in damage. You can live without your lower body, but you'd die if your upper body was crushed. So then I thought, what about the organs? You'd have to consider the importance of each of them. Organs are hard to classify to begin with. Well, I've got a solution. Just break every bone in his body. I already said that like 3 chapters ago. I'm like, if you're going to beat the guy to death, literally shatter every bone in his body. It technically will not kill him. He'll just be like this. So let's see. What does he come to terms with? Does he pick an organ? You'd have to consider the importance of each of them. Organs are hard to classify to begin with. Take the brain. Does the whole thing make one organ? Or can it be divided into the cerebrum or I don't know how to say these words. The cerebrum, the cerebrillium, and the hippocampus. I don't know. Cranium, whatever. So I arrived at the bones. Now, here we go. The human body has 206 bones. I thought we had 208, actually. 209. No, we have more than 206 bones, don't we? I thought we had more than that. How many bones in the human body? I thought it was like 220 something. The adult human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. Okay, well, technically I have 207, guys. I actually do. I have 207 bones. But I got one on top of my breastbone. I got a plate of bone there. It's just it's a mutation or a deformation, whatever. So I actually have 207 bones. So Maybe that's why I thought 207. Anyway, the human body has 206 bones. I'm not sure if humans and ghouls are constructed the same way, but if all of them were broken, I'm sure you'd die. Well, yeah, if you crush the skull and everything like that, yeah, potentially. Bones are symmetrical, so it's easy to break half of them. And so, I'm going to break 103 of your bones. You know, you can break an ankle in 6 places. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Starting with your, and he just broke one. Ow. Snap. Starting with your arm. The upper and the forearm, and then the hand. There's one humerus in the upper arm. The forearm consists of 2 bones. The one I just broke on the side of your pinky is the ulna. The one on the side of your thumb is about to break is the radius. The hand is divided into the carpals, the metacarpals, and the palagenes. I'm learning a lot of medical terms that I can't pronounce. The carpals consist of the pisiform. Okay, I'm not going to read all these out, guys, because I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of every single. I didn't go to medical school, okay? I don't want to work in a hospital, so. They're densely packed, so here I'll crush them with my feet. And now, oh my god, 2, 10, 15, 29, shit. 30. You bastard, you bastard, you bastard. That's all 30 in the arm. Next up is your leg. Counting from the femur, there are 30, just like your arm. If you include the sesamoid bones, there are 32. Scapula and the calvus, the nasal. Let's do all 24 of your bones. You get 62, 74, 98, 102. And he's just completely crushed. Does it hurt? I think Toka was in more pain, actually. 103. So, now, I'm not going to say, once again, Ayato, did he deserve it? Yeah. To maybe not that far, we could argue that. But he didn't kill him. He just tortured him a little bit. Did he deserve the torture? Yes, to that extent. Debatable. But I still think it's a fair trade. He promised him he would beat him half to death. Half the bones of his body. That, I mean, at least he was consistent. We can't deny that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, clearly he picked up some very crazy, clearly he's gone full emo with well, not emo, but he's gone full, nutsoid. He's definitely insane with because of what Jason did to him and stuff like that, and clearly he's now found a new way of coping and stuff. But either way, I think that we're probably going to see some repercussions for this later, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, this shit is pretty crazy. Yeah. Miss Content says, yeah, pretty much third-person shooter. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Since there's only a couple people watching anyway, I don't feel bad for taking a goddamn break. I know the stream was very late, guys, so a lot of people won't be watching anyways. People will watch the stream after the fact, though, so it's fine. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, we're going to be starting chapter 76. I'm going to go take my obligatory break and stuff because we're over an hour, we're almost an hour and a half into the stream. I haven't taken a break yet, so I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll come right back, and then I'll grab a few more beer, and we'll try to get ourselves to at least chapter 80. I really do feel like we can get to chapter 84, though, because a lot of this was they fight, and some of the chapters were shorter. Like, there was one chapter that was only like 18 pages, so it was very quick. So, surprisingly, I think we might be able to get through this, unless a lot of crazy shit happens in chapters like 78 and 79, and I'm here discussing it for 2 hours. I think we'll be okay. So yeah, jump back here in a bit. I will be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Like that, sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot a glass. I hate drinking out of a can. I get an aluminum aftertaste when I drink out of a can. It doesn't bother me so much in the sun. You know, when you're drinking out in the sun, shine and shit like that. Like, you're drinking them so fast, it doesn't matter. But, and nobody drinks in a glass outside. Come on, you fucking, like that's a noob move. But, that's an amateur. That's a rookie fucking move. But, for me, this was a freezer beer, so that one's fucking, that's got crystals in it, that does. But yeah, I prefer to drink out of a bottle or a glass, but the thing is, cans are way cheaper than bottles, so. Anyways, alright, so, since we're back. And, nobody else is really in here, it seems. I'm sure Misk is like the only one fucking watching, and he's playing Dead Space, and he's just like, listening to me bitching about beer, bottles, and fucking shit, and he's just laughing his ass off, so. Alright, let's jump into chapter 76, though, because this is actually super interesting. This is a great arc. Like, I would argue that this arc is better. Like, this is a really, like, this has got to be one of the best, like, Tokyo Ghoul, as I said, it hit into my top 30. Now, maybe that's just hype, and I'll have to reassess a little later, like after I'm done the series, etc., and give it a couple months and go, okay, is it really in my top 30? But I could fairly see it in my top 30. But this arc is definitely one of the best arcs in shonen. I mean, do you count this as shonen? I don't know, but like, I think it is. I think that this arc itself, let's look that up. Is Tokyo Ghoul a shonen? Tokyo Ghoul is considered, and I just go off Wikipedia, guys, because they're usually dark fantasy and supernatural thriller demographic. It's technically a seinen. Technically, it's a seinen. But then there's another manga series that's Tokyo Ghoul Jack is shonen. Tokyo Ghoul Re is considered seinen. Okay, so it's technically a seinen. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. So I can't really, as it's a seinen, it's not fair to put this in the same realm as shonen arcs. But I understand this is a really, really good. This is a really good arc. That's all I'm trying to say. But anyways, let's jump into Tokyo Ghoul, chapter 76. Which is, what was that sound? There's a ghoul over there. Oh, it's Kanaki, who just finished crushing all the bones. Is that a ghoul? He's wearing a different mask from the others. Oh, well. Boom. Oh, shit. In comes Mr. Joker, Mr. Smiles. Oh, now. He took down Ayato, like, with ease. And he took down Jason. But this is the guy right up next to fucking Mastermind himself. This is another level. Let's see. It's like a crab claw and it just crunched a massa fire slash boom boom. And okay, so we see Kanaki just watching. Crush, crush, crush. Noro. That's right, he's a member of Aragiri too. He seems strong. But if he's Aragiri... Oh, his eye went black. Let's go. Don't. Is he gonna fight him? I wonder how that match would go. Don't. Who... But who laid the hand? Don't. Kanaki turns. Oh, but it's the three strongest. Oh, it's the Gourmet and Yomo and Uta. And Yomo's not going to lose to this fucker. Neither is Uta. I know that. The Gourmet, maybe not. The Gourmet sort of got caught off guard. But these guys are not going to lose to that fucking guy. Don't. Yomo, Ken, you've done enough. Get some rest. And he has. He literally saved Toka, beat the shit of Hayato, and killed Jason. So he done good. Rest? Why? I have to fight. Oh, is it all going to come crashing down on him? Slump. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? He remembers everything. Rest. He's looking at his hands. He's probably like, we can't see it, but I'm assuming he's crying. I have to fight. I have to fight more. He's all fucked up now. Uta's. Kanaki, leave this one to us. I draped the cloak around him. You're going to be okay. Yomo looks so... Like, he always has this half... Like, this sort of nonchalant look to his face, but he actually looks, like, regretful, like, sad. Like, he's got this whole... This shouldn't have happened to you. Like, oh, man. This is wrong. Like he, I think, without knowing the details, I think he knows exactly what happened. So does Uta, I would say. Maybe not the gourmet, but they have an idea anyways. But Yomo's just like, the poor fucking kid. Like, yeah, he would just keep fighting and fighting if we didn't come here. And now, like, look at Yomo. He looks so done. He's just sort of like, you've done enough. It's fine. Oh, and then Noro is staring like doom. Oh, but the bottom of page 9, Yomo. You never see him look like that before. Yomo just like fucking, oh, you. Well, I can't fix what the fucker did to this guy, but you're part of what happened. So I'm going to literally, like, we thought that crushing 103 of Yato's bones was going to be torture. Yomo is going to destroy this fucker that we hold in this high esteem. Yomo has 0 fucking patience. He's going to literally destroy him. Well, let's see. Oh, finally an opponent with some spunk. Yomo, Uta, and the gourmet all at once. This fucker's going to die. I don't care how strong this fucker thinks he is. He's going to fucking die. The word, I'm thinking of a 4-letter word. It's called rape. And I think that's exactly what's about to happen to this poor fucker. Not that he's a poor fucker. He looks so menacing, but it's like I don't hold a lot of stock in the gourmet, but yeah, he's kind of cool. But you got Uta and Yomo together. That's a challenge, I would argue, for the owl himself. This dude is about to get killed. That's a charming mouth you have, says the gourmet. I shall give you a Brazil, a kiss. Don't let your guard down. He's no ordinary ghoul. Let's go. Yomo's eyes turned. Oh shit, Yomo's eyes went black. Alright, so off goes the gourmet. You're the perfect exercise after a meal. Boom, boom, boom. Striking each other. Dos. Whoa, I'm the one who's going to eat you, charming mouth. Already attacked him. Whoa! Uta has, like, tattooed hands as a Kagune? What? Or is those... That's not his Kagune, that's just him? Don't think that did too much. It just looks big, but he just shoved both his hands straight through his chest. Uta just like, don't think that did too much. Uta, hold him right there. Yoma going in, not even using Kagune, just fucking boom. See, this goes to show you, the gourmet might be powerful, but Yoma and Uta have yet to use a Kagune. Did that do it? He took his head fucking clean off. Boom, boom, boom. No, he's starting to heal himself. I love that they're not even trying, actually. They're just sort of like, he's gonna heal himself. Well, let's let him. Well, he kicked his ass. He's healing himself. What an amazing creature. See, when I said rape, guys, Literally, he had Uta and Yoma 2 hits. They fucking beheaded him. They took out his heart and beheaded him in 2 strikes. And they didn't even try. What an amazing creature. I wonder what he'll taste like. Yoma looking worried. Healing himself after having his upper body blown off, that's beyond the healing power of any ghoul. Maybe he's some kind of Kagune monster. Maybe. I mean, nonetheless, you could just keep tearing him to pieces, and I'm sure eventually he would die. But yeah, that is very weird. He had his torso blown right off, and now he's repairing himself. He's a Kagune monster, apparently. Now, beep, beep, beep. He's noticing he holds out a clock. Is this a clock? What? Oh, it's a bomb. It's totally a bomb. Beep. So now he's picking up Ayato and he's walking away. What? He left. Is it his curfew? No need to go after him, says Yomo. Ken, let me give you a hand. Thank you, but I can walk on my own. It's time. We should go too. Okay, so I don't get the point of the clock, but I definitely don't get the point of the clock, but that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, that was the end of chapter 76. So I guess we're gonna move on to chapter 77. We'll check the chat really quick. Haley said, yeah, whatever, you stupid thing. Said, hey Griever, what do you want to see in Skyward Sword HD? I was fine with Skyward Sword, the regular. I assumed it was already in HD. It was fine. I like the original Skyward Sword. It was a good game on its own merits. I don't get why people want different versions. 88 AM said, hey, what's up? Said, yo, how's it going? Which chapter are you on? I'm just about to start chapter 77. 77. It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Uh, 88 said, all of them are shonen, but Jack and some of the spin-offs were published in Shonen Jump and its platforms. Seinen, I mean. Yeah. So, anyways, no big deal. That's all we got for right now. So yeah. I guess we will continue with chapter 77, Tokyo Ghoul. So now we're jumping away into the tower. I feel like we're going to finish up the arc. We got a lot of people, a lot of ghouls being destroyed, a lot of ghouls being killed. We're seeing our main investigator there, but there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people. Oh, and there's the Bing brothers, or whatever they're called. Are those 2 leaders? They seem tough. They have a lot of men with them, too. Now he's just, like, forward. But remember, these guys are going to get their ass kicked by Banjo and Kanaki. Banjo and Kanaki. Like, seriously. Before Kanaki went crazy. Brace yourselves, yes sir. And they're going to slaughter these guys, aren't they? We're going to see the end of the hour, Giri, at least in their numbers. Amon, alright, Amon taking it up with the Buster Sword there. He's taking hits, but he's also working hard. Amon, their Kagune got him good. No, he twisted himself at the last moment. Our comma number 3 only gouged him a little bit. I kind of had a feeling, but that box carrier is pretty tough, eh, brother? He just has a big weapon. He's slow and vulnerable everywhere. We could kill him 10 times out of 10. Let's finish him with combo number 1. Let's see, Amon. Now he's going to think about Motto. We humans are far inferior to them in terms of physical abilities, so how do you think we win our battles against ghouls? I think we need to come close to matching their strength and stamina. That's certainly true. There are individual variances, however. It's said that the kinetic energy generated by the muscles of a grown ghoul is 4 to 7 times that of a human. I'm stepping in, you'll be hit. But RC cells are very powerful and fuel efficient. We are just designed completely differently. A light motor vehicle stands no chance against an FN like a Formula 1 racer on a track. Of course not. The dynamic vision and reflexive enhancement exercises that are taught to you at the academy. Jump. Boom. He dodged it completely. That is one of the most basic techniques to avoid being instantly killed by them. So, they do dynamic vision and reflexive enhancement training. So they can sort of like the concept of ultra instinct, pretty much. Letting your body, like, instinctively move before your mind registers it. That way, because that's the problem. The mind has to register something before your body will move, but if you instinctively move at a danger without your brain registering it, you're going to shave off your time like crazy. And that is a real fact. Ultra instinct is a real thing, guys. Like, not you get silver hair and superpowers, but ultra instinct is an actual concept. That if you could shut your brain off and let your body do the work for you, you shave off that process. You know, it's sort of like when you boot up a computer. If you could skip boot up and you turn on the computer and boom, we were right here streaming and stuff. Like the process of opening a program. You hit the button, the program opens. That's what you see, but there's a million things that happen prior to that. It's not instantaneous, but if you could make it instantaneous, right? That's the key. So, all right, that's cool. So he asks him, so how do we fill the gap and come out victorious? How, sir? Splash tar on the track. What? You could even tamper with the car. Steal anything you can from them. The key is to remain cunning. Or sleazy and cheating, but yeah, sure. The key is to remain cunning. If it's in the name of justice, any impropriety is permitted. Okay, so he's basically justifying, okay, if you cheat to win, Tom Brady, if you cheat to win, you still won in the end. And that's what matters, is to win. Not the fact that you cheated to do it. New England Patriots. So, yeah. Good to know, good to know. I mean, he has a point in this case where it's life or death, but yeah, I get the analogy. And what's contained inside these cases of ours is the CCG's most cunning and improper creation. He snapped the blades? Wait, his blade was one big blade, and now he broke the handle on the blade? And then snapped it into the blade. He's not dual wielding. Or is he? He's dual wielding now? He snapped off a part of the big handle of the blade, stuck it into the blade, disconnected it, and now he's using it as two swords. This is reminding me of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, where Cloud kept using like 7 swords into creating a Buster Sword. It's kind of weird, but it is the most effective weapon of justice. And he got both of them. Cut one in half and cut the other one in, head. Kura is a Quinkui which is designed to change shape. It is a bit too heavy for me to handle 2 blades in each hand, but heavyweight Kokaku is your area of expertise. If I die, I'd like you to use it. The Bin brothers. The rest are weak. Take them out. Everybody was shocked. Boom, 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 boom. Great work, Investigator Amon. We're almost done. Whew. All right. We're almost done here. I wonder if Investigator Shinohara's okay. I need to rejoin him. He looks down. Boom. That's the ghoul with the eye patch. And he's looking right at... Oh, they're staring at each other. They're looking right up at each other. Were you fighting here too? I don't know if he thinks he can hear him. Don't go anywhere. There's a lot I want to ask you. He's walking away. I recognize that guy. We met somewhere. Who was it? Right. That guy that I lifted 3,000 yen from. Kamiyama or something like that. What's an ordinary college student doing here? Does it mean he's not ordinary? Or maybe... Huh? He looks over. Oh, it's the man. It's the Joker. Looks over, sees him. Oh, is this going to be confrontation? Looks at him. This, it's Jason, completely destroyed. It's dead, and it's mine. So he turns around and he says, bye. And Buddy just walked away. Okay then. Okay, there's shit that went down here. Wave Amonga's in here and says hello. Hello, Wave Amonga. How you doing, man? How you doing? There's a lot of shit happening here, guys. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. There's some shit. But it's cool shit. This is good. This is good. This is a good manga. I like this manga. I mean, out of all ways to spend my Friday night, I can think of a lot worse ways to spend my Friday night. So this is definitely a good way to spend my Friday night. Not gonna lie to you guys. It's definitely enjoyable to read a manga that's this good and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Alrighty. Well, why don't we jump into chapter 78? See what's happening. Okay, so the owl, we're back to the owl fight. So now the Kagune is going to take them over, apparently, these prototypes. They're going to feed on them to make them even stronger, but they seem to be losing consciousness in some way. Hard to tell. Now the owl's got to fight both of them simultaneously, and it's actually cutting into the owl, it seems. Maybe drawing blood? Potentially? So, damn, they're taking it to the owl. Their movements, it's almost not human. Haru's looking on. Judging from the shape, it could be a Kakuji Quinkui, considering it's 2 Kakuja worth. It's got quite the firepower, but can they withstand it? Either that's them bleeding or the owl bleeding. Can a human endure ghoul movements? Ah! So that's what's happening. They might have fed on them or whatever, but they're allowing their speed and everything to go at the process of a ghoul. It performs incredibly, but it also takes a lot out of you. Yeah, they seem to be bleeding pretty heavy. Yeah, it does. Quinkly that consumes its user, the CCG has lost its mind. Ugh. Shinohara? I don't think the safety functioning properly. Oh, yeah, because he looks a lot more beat up. I don't think the safety's functioning properly. Well, that sucks. What? It's biting into me. This ain't good. It'll eventually eat me up. Oh, God. Mr. Yoshimura's not going to like this. And he even... Oh, look at him. What a horrifying weapon. They're like, what? The world continues to breed anger and sadness by flying killing. We justify those acts to convince ourselves what we are only doing what we are supposed to do. Your weapon is a symbol of that. There exists no reason to take another's life. Any act of taking a life is equally evil. What is he saying? If there was such thing as a soul, it seems Arata does not intend to lend you a hand. It's time. Wow. Okay, so he finally, like, he talking some big shit here. He's talking some, yeah. Okay. Okay then. Okay. So, I mean, we know that the errata is auto-equipping Quinquis. Made by, of course, the you know, but either way, the point is that this is, it seems that errata does not intend to lend you a hand. Like, what the hell? It's time. So now he's going to go forward. I'm not sure. What, do we know what errata means, by the way? Like, they keep talking about this errata person. Am I supposed to know what errata is? I feel like I might have missed something, guys, because once again, it was a long stream last time. So if I missed that, I apologize. But, so does this imply that errata is an actual person? So now the owl is, of course, Mr. Yoshimura has bought enough time. So now he's just going to run away. He's getting away as the owl runs. Getting away. Thinks Shinohara. It's us who are getting away. Yeah, because the owl decided not to kill them. Shinohara, I'm pulling it off of you. Radio command, Murata, and request a med team. Yes, sir. Shinohara. The owl is a rate at triple S Ghoul who has produced countless victims. He's one of our most wanted targets. We lost countless special investigators to him. 10 years ago during the anti-owl operation that took place while I was recuperating. They were wounded, but none were killed. I knew that was coming. There were wounded, but none were killed. Just like I thought, yeah. And the owl I fought, I feel was slightly bigger. So, there were 2 owls. Wait a minute now. The owl that killed everyone, and this guy, and Mr. Yoshimura, who's pretending to be the owl. Wait a minute. Or, he was the owl. The owl I fought, I feel, was slightly bigger. So, when the second time happened with the second uprising of the owl, that was Mr. Yoshimura. But the first time was somebody else who did kill people. Commander Murata. Oh, so I love the mystery, guys. I love the mystery. I love the mystery. Alright. Towers 1 through 8 have been cleared. We estimate a 98% extermination rate. That's pretty fucking good. The remaining 2% may come back to bite us, but we've met our quota. I'd say you did it in spades. Prepare a press conference to announce our victory to the public and take peace for granted. Yes, sir. Search the main office. Who is a special investigator? Ariyama. Ooh, Ariyama. I get it. He must have gotten word of my great victory already. Haha. Hello, this is 11th Ward Special Task Force Commander Murata. Sir? Hi. Hey, Ariyama. While you were out mole hunting, I already took care of business here. I'm still itching to go. That's great. Then you mind sending any available units my way? Huh? The Ghoul detention center in the 23rd Ward's been attacked, possibly by the 11th Ward Ghoul's main unit. Ooh, they took all their best. I'm heading there right now. Myself, I'll see you soon. Yeah, oh no. It's Bad Boy himself. Not bad. We couldn't reach the innermost section, but we did make it to the double S level. Yeah. Humans are so stupid, aren't they, Ito? Falling for such a simple diversion. How stupid can they be? For them to call themselves this country's anti-Ghoul specialists? Now that's funny. Oh, so they got deep into headquarters. Oh, wow. We achieved our objective. Take any more time and they'll be here. Let's go. Okay. Tatara, what? I wonder how many of us in the 11th Ward died tonight. Suppose most of them did. Maybe 200? 200. Then let's kill as many as we can for those 200. Yeah. Ah, looks like they lost. Oh, it's what is his name? Shit. I don't remember his name. It's crumbling, my love nest, Sniff. You were fond of him, weren't you? You wouldn't even take my calls. I thought Yamori could fill the hole of my loneliness, but instead he literally punched holes through my gut. I'm through with that. You were a doormat for him. That is so you. Anyway, did the One-Eyed King actually exist? Ooh, so he wasn't actually working with our Giri. Ooh, there is no such Ghoul. Oh, really? It's simple. Whispering something. Oh, but you know, Sota. Yeah, what's that? I wonder why a person who stood at the brink of despair can become so beautiful. Talking about the eye patch boy? He's going to be something. Maybe even a better man than Yamori. There are only 2 ways you can live. Live beautifully or live for somebody beautiful. It's too late now for you to be beautiful. Do you want your ass kicked? It's fine going out looking for men, but don't forget about us, okay? I know. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I was just thinking I should drop by. Clowns get the last laugh. That's right. I'll be telling jokes till the moment I die. Real dirty ones, too. Wait, wasn't it the clowns? There was something about a clown incident that Ayama was a part of or whatever. They took down the clowns. It's the clown. It's the clown. It's the clown. If the bot wants to play, we'll play. Yeah, okay, so it's the clowns. It's the clowns. It's the clowns. Feel like we got some Pennywise level shit happening here. It's creeping me out, man. It's creeping me out. We're going to have to jump into chapter 79 here. Haley said, man, this chat is so quiet. It usually is for the Tokyo Ghoul streams, Haley. Don't feel bad about that. That's usually... Tokyo Ghoul streams are basically just for my own enjoyment and to do some easy content. And they do fairly well later on. It's a slow burn sort of deal. The chat isn't a big... It's not like Record of Ragnarok or something. That's not a big factor. Uh, 88 says, yeah, it's the name of a person. Arata? Oh, interesting. Haley said, I know. 88 said, you should be able to make the connection later on, though, so might be better not to tell you right now. Yeah, oh God, says Haley. Okay, so maybe there is a connection. Interesting. All right. So Arata is a person, maybe a code name for a person we've met. Who knows? Maybe it's the doctor. Kanaki side, who knows? Let's see. So, now we're jumping into chapter 79. Kanaki. And we're surrounded by people. It's Banjo. Did you take care of whatever you had to do? And there's Toka, there's Yomo, there's Uta, everybody's there. Banjo, yeah. Yomo looks on with Uta. They look down to the headquarters and they go, looks like it's over. I can't believe I'll be back in school soon. After almost dying here so many times. I'm sure I'll remind you to appreciate everyday life. And I've got my shifts at Antigua too. What a bummer. I don't know who's supposed to be saying this. Is this Kanaki supposed to be saying this? Or is it... I think it's Nishio saying it, but anyways. Kanaki looks on. Hey, we gotta do something about your hair when we get back. Can't have you serving customers looking like that. Shocked. Smiles. I'm not going back to cafe. Wow. Shocked. There's something I want to do. I need to prepare for it. I need to get stronger. There's a lot I need to find out too. I don't have time. What? Says Toka. Kanaki, thanks for everything. You saved our asses. Let me help you. I'll be your shield or gopher or whatever. You might not need my help, but thanks, Banjo. That'd be great. Thank you. Banjo the man. Banjo the... Like, that's not simping. That's appreciation. That's what a man does. He recognizes... This is reminding me of Balin talking to fucking, like, about Thorin in The Hobbit. And yes, the Hobbit movies were good, guys. Fuck off. But he just goes, there I saw it. Someone that I could follow. Someone that I could call king. It's like, that's what he's seeing right now. He's seeing Kanaki as a more worthy, somebody worth following and worth helping. He said, I'll be your shield or your gopher or whatever. You might not need my help, but I want to help you. And he's just like, automatically. Absolutely. If Banjo's going, I guess we're going too, especially since he might slow Kanaki down. Awesome. That's a brilliant plan. If Monsieur Banjo is the shield, it's Banjo. That makes me the sword then. Oh, so the gourmet is gonna... So, if Banjo is your shield, Kanaki, I shall be your blade. I shall be the knight who paves the way for you. That's right. You're still alive, Shu. There's so much I've yet to do before I die. I could be useful, Kanaki. Don't do it, Kanaki. It would be reassuring to have you on our side. I would appreciate your help, but you try anything funny and I'll kill you. Please keep that in mind. Oh, he's being serious. Kanaki is hardcore. It just got even more difficult to eat him. However, it stimulates my appetite even more. God, this dude is a combination of like Toriko meets fucking Hisoka. The gourmet is a combination of Toriko met Hisoka and they fucking had a love child and that became the gourmet. Literally. That is exactly what happened. I'm so glad I failed to eat him that night. Jesus. Toka, Kanaki, I wanna go. Are you going to college, Toka? What? The entrance exam is next year, isn't it? You should probably start... Oh, she was going to say she wants to go with you. She wants to help you. Are you going to college, Toka? The entrance exam is next year, isn't it? You should probably start preparing for it soon. The cafe will be short-staffed because of me, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, Nishio, huh? I'll stop by for a coffee once in a while. I'd love to see your latte art again, Toka. The rabbit one is interesting. I like it. I'll see you, Toka. Toka runs away. Hey, Toka, where are you going? Kanaki, just, watch yourself, okay? You better not die. It was worth coming here. The mask looked good on you. You're a sweet guy. Uta. Oh, this is a good chapter. This is a fairly good chapter. I like this chapter. Most of these chapters have been fire, guys. Don't get me wrong. Most of these chapters are fucking fire, but still. Shouldn't we let them know we're here? That won't be necessary. Mr. Yoshimura. Mr. Yoshimura, you're hurt. I'm fine. Let's just get away from here. Kanaki. When I looked up at the sky, the same moon I once saw was up. His words that kept repeating in my head. This world is wrong. It's you monsters that are distorting it. I think if the world is wrong, what's distorting it is everything that exists in this world. Don't pull an Aaron. Don't you pull an Aaron. God. Should I read Tokyo Ghoul first? Because now I feel like he wants to pull an Aaron. I don't want that. I don't want that for Kanaki. Kanaki finally became a badass. Don't tell me he wants to literally end the world. Let's see. Toka is laying on the bed looking at, looks like a ring or something. Dad, Mom, I won't be alone. What did you mean by it? Oh, shit. Hope you die, you little punk. It made me so happy, too. Yeah, wait a minute. You promised. Actually, Kanaki's a dick. He told her she wouldn't be alone, and then he left. That's not good. That's not cool. But so right away I realized that, oh shit, so yes, so Kanaki a prick. Like, you don't make a girl cry, what the fuck? Arata. The dad's alive. The dad developed the Quinquis. The dad is known as the corpse collector. The dad is working. Wait, I told you guys this. I told you guys this in the first stream. There's a ghoul working with the CCG. We knew that. We knew that. But it's her father. The mother died. I'm going to assume that right now. But the dad didn't die. The dad's alive and working for the fucking government to help develop Queen technology with his corpse collector fucking moniker or whatever. I assumed that as a corpse collector, he was Yomo before Yomo. But now... And Arata isn't coming to help you, said Mr. Yoshimura, because Yoshimura knows about Arata because he took him his kids. Oh, wow. Wow. I did not say... Okay, there's going to be some heavy storytelling. There's going to be some heavy storytelling coming in this story. Heavy storytelling in the story? Go figure, Griever. What the fuck are you talking about? But what I'm talking about is the fact that I didn't see that coming. I thought the dad just died off screen. Now the dad's connected to everything. The dad developed the thing that could damage the owl. Or the owl 2.0 was Mr. Yoshimura. Wow. Just wow. I gotta say wow. Miss Condon said, had to step away for a bit. Catching up now, says Misk. Yoshimura certainly has an interesting philosophy. Yeah, he definitely does. He's got a very interesting philosophy, it seems. Haley said that's a major spoiler of who the One-Eyed King is. Trust me, I know. Who's a major spoiler who the One-Eyed King is? It might be Arata, but I can't see it being Arata, so... 88 said, Banjo, the man indeed. Banjo is the man. Banjo's the Balin of the Hobbit. That's what he is. 88 said, that comparison with Hisoka is so on point. Actually, the author of Tokyo Ghoul is a fan of Hunter x Hunter to the point where he worked on the Hisoka one-shot that Yoshihira sort of approved as canon. Well, see, I don't know enough about Hunter x Hunter, but I'll take your word for that, 88. I'll take your word for that. So, now we're into Chapter 80, Promotion. Okay, so promotion. Of course, it's Amon. So Amon is going to get a promotion from rank 1 investigator. He'll probably be suited up to be special investigator. Or maybe senior investigator. Hard to tell. But let's see. I, Bureau Chief Washu, hereby appoint you to senior, not special, but senior investigator. Dude looks like he wants to be Jesus, but he can't pull off the hair correctly. To senior investigator. 6 months has passed since the battle against the Aragiri tree, the Ghoul investigation operating out of the 11th Ward. But what happened with the whole 23rd Ward shit? The CCG Special Task Force eliminated 204 ghouls that remained in the 11th Ward hideout. I mean, still, that's a hefty number. Like, that's still a victory. It was believed that the battle in the 11th Ward had ended in victory. However, Aragiri's true objective was the Ghoul Detention Center in the 23rd Ward. Is the real owl in the 23rd Ward? Is the One-Eyed King in the the detention center? Ghouls believed to be Aragiri's elite attacked the detention center. They penetrated the 3rd level of the underground solitary confinement cells where rate SS ghouls were being held, but not SS. Not Owl, not Yoshimura. If I had to guess, the Gourmets in S rank, the Yomo and Uta are SS, and Yoshimura is the only SS we've met, alongside the original Owl. Are the only 2 SS. Probably with the One-Eyed King, who probably does exist, being another SS. But that'd probably be it. That's my assumption going forward. The end result was dangerous. Rate SS ghouls being released onto the streets of Tokyo once again. Amon's already a senior investigator, huh? It's at his age, so impressive. Awagiri has remained quiet since, but it's safe to say that they are building up their forces. An era of nervous tension, like a leader, so they didn't get to the SS, assuming they even have any of those. An era of nervous tension, like lead weight upon our hearts, still shrouds the CCG. It's not the only cause for concern. Rank 3 investigator Juzo Suzuya. Right here, I hereby appoint you to a rank 2 investigator. As for Juzo's promotion, thank you. Although Shinohara tutored him, it was still surprising that he passed both the written and oral exams. Once again, him? The strict restrictions on rank 3 investigators possessing a quinqui had to be motivated Juzo to study. That he had eliminated several rate A ghouls in the past 6 months didn't hurt either. It was just a matter of achievement. He would be a rank 1 investigator, no, maybe even higher. His promotion came out about a year after being named a rank 3 investigator. Nobody besides Special Investigator Arimana had ever been promoted so quickly. Witnessing such a remarkable achievement was strangely disturbing. Oof. I wonder if Mato and Shinohara felt this way with Ariman. I hope this means a raise. The ceremony ended with Bureau Chief Washu reading out the names of the men that lost their lives during the battle, followed by a moment of silence. I mean, that's proper etiquette. I mean, we always have to do that. That's why, for example, nowadays, I don't want to get political, guys, but they talked about canceling Canada Day this year, right? So a lot of you Americans might not understand, but we had these things called residential schools where the Catholic Church was in charge of them, and they tried to beat the Indian out of, the Indians, the indigenous people of this country, for the last 100 years. Last one closed in 95. But the thing is that they were there in the 1800s. We've dug up a bunch of bodies. We've found hundreds of dead bodies, like children and stuff like that. Bones of missing children and stuff from indigenous tribes, and once again, it's absolutely horrible. But at the end of the day, people wanted to cancel Canada Day over it and stuff like that. So right now, there's a very political thing going on right now, and some people were saying don't celebrate Canada Day because why would we celebrate a country that did such atrocities? And I was like, well, on the flip side of that, we as Canadians like to think that we are like a crystal clear lake of a country, like we've never done anything wrong, like we're not America, we're not Britain, we're not Germany, we're not Russia, we're not China. But at the end of the day, yeah, we did. Every single country on this earth has done atrocities. There's not a single country existing today that has a perfectly clean slate. There's horrors and atrocities found in every country's history. Just go back far enough and you'll find it. Some way worse than others, but you'll still find it, and Canada is no exception. It hurts us because we always like to think that we were slightly above that, but we're not. We're human. We're another country just like everybody else. And canceling Canada Day over that makes no sense because it's not about that. We put the flag at half-mast and stuff. It's not about what we've done. It's about who died to keep us safe in the first place and stuff. So when we do the moment of silence and stuff, that's about thinking about the Canadians that died for this country. That's thinking about all the Canadians that suffered in World War I and World War II and stuff like that. That's what we're honoring. We're not trying to honor. We're trying to honor the fact that we are not a third world country anymore. That we have the life of luxury and the entitlement that we currently have. So I always find things like this. I'm glad they put that little segment, not to get too political, guys, and I'll stop. But I like that they put that thing in there that they named every person who lost their lives, and they actually had a moment of silence, because good and evil, I mean, that's a concept. That's a whole psychological concept, philosophical concept too. But the idea is, at the end of the day, is that a side that wouldn't do that, I would argue, is truly evil if you don't acknowledge the people that gave their lives to try to help you, regardless what side you were on in that way, Anyways, moving on. Sorry that got a little deep, guys, but I need to give a little bit of background because I'm sure a lot of you aren't aware of what's going on in Canada right now, Any new developments with the binge eater? I don't know, dude. We've been holed up in the library recently. The library. He's been sifting through his this newspaper. Blah blah blah. I see Amon Juzo. Speak of the devil, sir. Oh, Shinohara, is he alive? You're out of your cast. Thankfully, I couldn't pee by myself for the first month. I heard Iwawachu was back in action in only 2 weeks. Anyway, congratulations. I still remember you crying at the academy, Amon. But look at you now, a senior investigator. I am so proud of you. Says, thank you for putting in so much effort. In a good word for me, sir. No. You've been doing a great job. Iwa and Chinsomutsu recommended you as well. You should go thank them later. And Mato too. My partner, rank 1 investigator, Kotaro Amo has displayed extraordinary physical fitness, quincry skills, and investigative abilities. He is truly worthy of the rank of senior investigator, the Will. Mata was a piece of shit, but still, at least he cared about some things the right way. Like, every single person has a redeeming quality. For example, a racist can still be a good dad. Like let's put it that way. A homophobe can still be a good sister. A fucking I don't know. A communist can still be a good friend. You know, like some people would take that and paint them with the brush completely, and that would overshadow every good thing they did. But at the same time, you don't need to agree with every aspect of everybody's life either. And I'm not forgiving those negative faults, but everybody has faults. Some are greater than others. And Mato might have been a piece of shit, but at least he wasn't inherently like evil to everybody. And that's Tokyo Ghoul is showing us a very gray area of people and the mentality of people. It's hard to find somebody ever truly good. He should urgently be placed in a position to lead as a Division 1 investigator. His will, I couldn't show it to you because it contained remarks recommending a promotion for you. It's policy. He'd been petitioning for your promotion for a long time. He had high hopes for you. I think I'll visit him on my way home. You should. He'd like that. Oh, that reminds me. That search for your new partner. We kind of found one. By next week, yeah. Okay, is there a problem? Not really. I'm sure they sure timed it well with your promotion. Let me guess. It's going to be Juzo. I'll formally introduce you guys to each other soon. Oh, wow. It's a combination I was kind of hoping to avoid. Hey, Juzo, we'll be picking up your quincry on Monday. It's finished? I hear it's pretty nasty. I can't wait. Well, I got to get going. You have the day off, so enjoy yourself. What should I name it? Can't wait to see my quincry, says Juzo. He sounds like a kid getting a toy. Amon? Suzuya? It's been a while. Oh, it's Arima. Special Investigator Arima and Senior Investigator Hirako. It has been. Juzo. Hey, it's okay. Raise your heads. Heard about the good job you've been doing. Isn't that right, Take? Yes, our eradication efficiency improved quite a bit thanks to him. Not at all. Couldn't you have brought back the owl's arm or something, Take? Jesus, yeah. He's like, maybe I measured up to 1/10. He's like, I can't do 1/3 of what you want me to. Now he's like, hey, couldn't you have brought back the owl's arm or something? Take is like, I suppose. It's not like a boar hunting. It was a rate triple S ghoul, you crazy bastard. I mean, you didn't even finish him off, to be fair. I've heard good things about you too, Suzuya. Rank 1's next. Keep up the good work. Thanks. You've met Special Investigator Arima before? Yep. I worked at Whack-A-Mole with him and Shinohara. That's right. The 24th is one of the wards assigned to Ariyama, a giant maze dug out by ghouls in the underground of Tokyo. They call the innermost area where countless ghouls are rumored to be hiding the 24th ward. In fact, because so many ghouls have sighted on the route on the particular depth, the rumor can't be dismissed as urban legend, but total number of ghouls in the maze structure are not yet completely known. We only have shelves filled with maps documenting the routes. Whack-A-Mole is what we call exterminating the underground ghouls. Many powerful ghouls exist down there, and it's highly dangerous, but promising young investigators are often included in the 24th Ward investigation team to help with their development. And Juzo lived through it, unlike Hariyama. Juzo, I'm leaving. Can you get home by yourself? Yeah, I'll just head west. Call me if you get lost. There's someplace I have to stop by. And he goes to see Mato, who, once again, I believe was evil, but yeah. Progression report, sir. Alright, so he's going to give a report, I see. Bin Jeter's gone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we don't need to read all this. And as of today, I'm a senior investigator. I've grown from Division 2 to Division 1. I hope one day I can become an investigator like you, sir. And up walks a woman. Hey. What do you want with my father? Kataro Amon. Oh, shit. Father, how do you know me? I see. Nobody's told you yet. I'll be working under you starting next week. I'm rank 2 investigator, Akira Mato. It's nice to meet you, senior investigator Amon. Well, that's an interesting development, isn't it, people? Yeah, wow. Yeah, yeah, wow, okay. I did not expect that. I expected something from somebody we already knew. I didn't expect that. Haley said, except the North and South Pole. Well, nobody really lives there, and those aren't countries. Miss Constance says, those aren't countries. Haley said, they are. No, they're not. They are not officially countries. Miss Constance said, no, those are geographical locations, not countries. Yeah, Miss ain't wrong. That's actually true. I didn't expect it either, said Miss. Yeah, I did not expect that. That shit's crazy. Oh, Band is in here, and he says, yo ho, what's up, peeps? What's up, Band? Where the fuck you been hiding? Miss says, burn! I feel like the way Miss did that was more like William Shatner. Con! Band! He said, not much, how are you? Pretty good. Says, Band, that's great, guys. That's great. You know what sucks, though? I need to go get another beer. So, I'll leave you guys to it, Band said, stream popped up in my recommendation. You should have your notification bell turned on for my channel, Band. You just revealed that you don't have it turned on for my channel. Somebody looking to get choked by a bitch? Anyways, but yeah, no. Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you're here, Band. We're just reading some Tokyo Ghoul. We're going to be starting chapter 81 in a couple of minutes. So stick around if you're interested in that, man. Nice to see you around. So yeah, what was I doing? Oh, I'm getting more beer. Actually, that's only 2 breaks. What are we at? 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I've only taken 2 breaks. This is my 2nd break. What the fuck? Band said eyes emoji. Well, it depends on what type of eyes emoji. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we'll be right back, guys. Talk to Band. He thinks he's funny. Well, I just found out the sour news that the Montreal Canadiens have lost Game 3 in the Stanley Cup Finals. We haven't been there since '93, and we have lost 3 straight games as of today. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan. Of course I watch hockey. I'm Canadian, guys. Come on. So, yeah. Not too happy about that. Not going to lie to you guys. Not too happy about that. And there's only been 4 teams in the history that have come back from a 3 deficit, 3-0, and gone on to win the 4 games to win the Stanley Cup. That's only happened 4 times in history. Not that Montreal doesn't set a precedent for history. We hold almost all the records, but still, it's not looking good. And this, you know what the sad thing is? This was like being like history repeating itself with the '93 Stanley Cup Finals. It, like, the entire playoffs literally went almost like the similarities were scary. The numbers were scary comparison to the '93 when we won. But now the Stanley Cup Finals is completely different. And I didn't want to face Tampa Bay. We always lose to fucking Tampa Bay. So very, very sad. Sorry guys, I know this is a manga stream and nobody watches hockey that probably follows me, but still, I'm just very upset at that knowledge. I couldn't even, like, I wanted to watch the game, but then I was like, oh fuck, it's Friday, I gotta do a Tokyo Ghoul stream and stuff, and I'm sort of glad I didn't watch it because we lost. It just would have made me mad. So, anyways. So let's see what everybody's saying. Miss said, you better like the stream, ban. Damn right. He said, sure, thanks. No, there's no thinking involved with hitting that like button. Miss said, ban, you read Tokyo Ghoul. Ban said, finished it in like 2019. Okay, a couple years ago. And Re too. Okay, Miss said, excellent. Currently reading Re at a snail's pace due to reading other stuff too. Yeah, like, as good as this is, Miss needs to focus on Toriko, people. Leave him alone about Tokyo Ghoul Re. He needs to finish Toriko. I still say Toriko is a better manga than Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is a great manga. But Toriko is a better manga. Toriko is just so fucking good. Band says, snail's pace, huh? Got to take in every panel, I suppose. Miss said, nah, just need to actually read it. No, see, I take things as snail's pace, and then I go off a 20-minute tangent, Band. I read things like that. Ben says, Alright, so now that we've caught up with the chat, why don't we jump into chapter 81? Because I didn't want the stream to go like 5 hours, guys, unfortunately. So, we're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think we can get to chapter 83. Why don't we just read to chapter 83? Unless 84. Misk, let me know before I reach chapter 83 if it's 83 or 84 is better. Because at this rate, I can reach either one. But if you think 83 is a fine stopping point, then I'll stop at 83. So, yeah. Alright, so chapter 81, Subordinate. Emma, congratulations on your promotion. Some of us and our crew, see, this part actually doesn't interest me that much because even though I like Ammon and I like finding the interworkings, I'm not too crazy about the politics and stuff of it. I'm more interested in the ghoul side of life, so, yeah. Excuse me. Some of us ended our careers stuck at rank 1 investigator. To reach senior investigator at only 27. Wow. Thanks, Saito. Saito, I was promoted too. Congratulate me. Jesus, rank 2 like me. I don't care about you. Hey, guys. Before we start, I'd like to introduce you to someone. We have a new member joining the 20th Ward Squad. Come in. Rank 2 investigator Akira Mato, assigned to the 20th Ward branch. I've been assigned to work with senior investigator Amon. It's nice to meet all of you. What a surprise. So it was you, Akira. Hoji, great to see you again. What's she doing in the 20th Ward? Hey, Takizawa, you look good. Saito, you know her? We're academy mates. Akira graduated at the top of her class and Saito was right below her. Don't bring it up. I'm Juzo Suzuya. Nice to meet you, Mato. Nice to meet you too, Suzuya. I like your hairpins. She used to work in the first ward under Ayama's command. Oh, he speaks highly of her. Ooh. So let's make her feel at home. And maybe she probably blames Amon for Mato's death or something. Welcome to our squad, Akira. Thank you, sir. Special Ingredient Ayama's team, huh? Alright, let's start today's briefing. We've yet to find any reliable information that ties the binge eater to our cases, but we're sifting through newspaper articles between September and November of last year, around the time the binge eater disappeared. We're compiling a list of cases and accidents that may be related to the binge eater. We're combing through each of the cases. With the help of Nakajima and other members of the 20th Ward, we finally got through about a third of them. If my guess isn't wrong, we should catch a break eventually. The issue is time. Taxi, tell us what's going on with the gourmet. Yes, sir. We've received reports of recent activities by the gourmet outside of the 20th Ward. We've enlisted the help of investigators in Wards 7, 8, and 18, where the gourmet is believed to have been sighted. The 7th Ward is also where the Ghoul restaurant we've been investigating is, which we'll be raiding tomorrow. Yes, sir, and we can't rule out the gourmet's ties to it quite yet. I wonder why the gourmet is so hung up on those wards lately. We believe he's found victims that suit his taste in those wards. No, his main dish is in another ward. Ooh, she's coming in. Let's hear it, Akira. Let's listen to this. Ooh, let's listen to this theory and see how spot on she is. Oh wow, we got a lot of dialogue here. Wonderful, wonderful. We got a lot of dialogue here. So during the period where the total number of feeding cases drastically dropped, the gourmet must have met with some kind of accident or perhaps was recovering after an attack by a fellow ghoul. That's standard enough. According to the files, the number of the gourmet's feeding cases rose close to peak levels soon after that, but then it dropped once again. The gourmet held back on feeding around January of this year. That coincides with the gourmet's first feeding. Once again, we've had sort of a time skip, right? So we've had a time skip here since the battle, so we don't know what the gourmet working as the sword has been doing for Kanaki yet. That coincides with the gourmet's first feeding in the 18th Ward that took place recently. Another one of your gut feelings, Investigator Mato? If you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a hunch I have, Investigator Takizawa. Comparing the graph and the map, you'll see that the gourmet's recent behavioral patterns is noticeably different. The 18th, 7th, and 8th wards, the gourmet has been going back and forth between these three wards, with no signs of feeding anywhere else. It's believed that the gourmet's feeding territory is the 20th ward. However, ordinarily, the gourmet is the type of ghoul that goes from ward to ward, carefully selecting his prey. But recently, the gourmet's area of activity has been restricted almost as if the gourmet is obsessed with something. The gourmet's taste doesn't seem as particular as before. A local search will not yield the delicacy, and Jesus just losing his shit. It goes against the gourmet's aesthetic. The feedings in these wards are merely improvised. There's a specific prey that's being targeted. Perhaps that target is hard to acquire, dragging this out. The targeted prey is most likely in the 6th ward. I want an explanation, but let's hear it. Targets the 7th and 8th and the 18th ward. Supposedly home base is the 20th ward, but the target is in the 6th. Why not the 4th? Why not the 1st? Why not the 19th? What about all the other wards? Why the 6th? The gourmet wants to avoid alerting the target. Once again, that doesn't point to the 6th ward. The 18th, 7th, and 8th wards are purely hunting grounds. Fine. Security in the 22nd, 23rd wards have been heightened since the attack. Therefore, there's a good chance the target is hiding in the 6th. Based on the fact that there's 24 fucking wards, though, where do you get this information? The 6th ward? What about the 5th ward? What about the 9th ward? What about the 11th ward? What about the 12th ward? There's a number of wards that are possible. Like, they showed us a map, sure, but it only showed 18, 7, and 8. Like, I could buy it if they were circling around all the wards, like if it was a cone, and 18, 7, and 8 all bordered on the 6, but we're not seeing that information, so I mean, we sort of see it there. There's 11, there's 9, there's 6, there's 4, there's 10, 7, and 8 are over here. Well, why 6? That doesn't make it... I mean, it sort of is bordering on the 6th ward, but you could make the argument for the wards on the other side, too. I don't know. That, like, I'm sure she's right, but I'm not following the logic with that one. It might be a hunch, but it's not a great hunch. And she's probably accurate due to plot, but I I can poke holes in that. There's 24 wards from what we understand, and she's basing this off of the fact that he's been active in 3 wards and choosing a random ward that's close to the other wards. Unless there's more to the information. Let's see. Security in the 22nd has been heightened, so there's a good chance there's hiding in the 6th ward. Maybe if we had a map to show that the 6th ward is the only location, but looking at the map on page 7, I see the 9th ward, the 10th ward, the 11th, the 12th. I see all these wards here. She points here. There's the 4th ward. There's the 3rd ward. 8 and 7 are there. There's 6. There's, like, what does 22 and 23 have to do with it when there's so many other wards in the west? She's basically saying, okay, here's the cutoff. All the western wards, it's this one. He's not going east. Because he's not. But out of all the, like, other 12 wards in this direction, it's definitely this one. Like, they should have showed us the map of where the 6th ward lies in relation to other wards, because from what I understand, I'm assuming that it's true that the 6th ward borders the 18th, the 7th, and the 8th wards. But once again, like, I don't know. It doesn't look like that on the rest of the map. Yeah. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Let's see. Interesting. Maybe we should include the 6th ward in our investigation. Sir, a target the gourmet cannot capture. That's an interesting theory. Mato's daughter, Akira Mato. This is why I hate working with you. It's always been this way since the academy. Never thought my first subordinate would be my ex-superior's daughter. I should put my personal feelings aside and work with her like I would work with any other investigator. Akira, take care of these files, will you? Yeah, sure. Hey, Akira, I'm a senior investigator and your superior. I'd like you to speak to me with more respect. Let's see. I'm the kind of person who wants to eliminate as much waste as possible. What? Speaking with respect is a waste of time and energy, especially with a partner. It means we talk that much more. Take, for example, please and will you. At my rate of speech, it takes 0.9 seconds and 0.3 seconds respectively. A 0.6 seconds difference. If I request something from you 10 times a day, that would save us about 2,000 seconds a year. That's a huge difference between having and not having those savings in our daily conversations. 2,000 seconds, though. A year. I mean, I'm not going to argue that she has a point that formalities and stuff potentially waste time, but, and I do acknowledge that it's seconds, at least they're not trying to buy me with minutes, but 2,000 seconds. There's 60 seconds in a minute. That means, seriously, you're worried about that? She got OCD. Let's see. To those I have enormous respect for, it's another story. Senior investigator Amon, we wasted 38 seconds. Let's not get hung up on minor things, instead concentrate on our effort on the rabbit case. We should check out the Ghoul restaurant Takizawa was talking about tomorrow. I have a feeling we'll find something there. The assigned squad has to do their thing, so if you don't mind if we go after the raid, do you? Why is that up to you? Does she not take me seriously because I used to work under her father? She's just a bit of a stuck-up bitch, but a little efficient, maybe. I don't know. Akira's a complicated girl, but she's also simple at the same time. I think that thing about wasting time was a joke. Speaking logically about stupid stuff is just like her father. I consider it a joke myself. So Amon is having drinks with Shinohara to sort of figure this out. It's inexcusable behavior as a subordinate, but she may be testing you. She is a good investigator after all. I know it might be difficult for you too, especially with the thing with her father. I just want to, like Mano did for me, I want to teach her what I know. It's not going to be easy. Everybody's a beginner at first. It's easy to keep people in line with rank or age, but you won't earn trust that way. real trust that way. Just become the kind of superior she'd respect. And if she still won't change, then she's a hopeless idiot. You know, that's a good way to look at it. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, I hate the age-old adage that, like, sometimes as a teacher, I mean, sometimes, or not that it's always the teacher, but it's like, no, sometimes there is just a stupid student. Sometimes there's a asshole. There's an idiot. There's a moron. There's a fucking little shit of a student who just doesn't want to learn, who just won't get it. And I don't believe that's a failure as a teacher. If I teach 10,000 people and they all turn out fucking fantastic, and then I have one bad student, you could argue that, oh, well, no, your teaching method is wrong. It's like 10,000 successful people would argue that my method was correct. You know, like, there is this thing as individuality, but I can't stand that. I can't stand the idea that, like, if you have a guy, like Gordon Ramsay can teach anybody how to cook. I fundamentally believe that if Gordon Ramsay fails to teach you how to cook, it's on you. It's not on Gordon fucking Ramsay, right? Mr. Miyagi can teach you karate. If you don't want to learn, if you're a shitty student and you don't learn karate, it's not Mr. Miyagi's fucking fault. Bruce Lee could teach me fucking how to fight. If I didn't learn properly from Bruce Lee, it ain't his fucking fault. Right? So, like, there does come a point where some students it's not always the teacher's fault, is my point. And I think we're going to see a bit of that going forward. That's why I'm sort of liking this dynamic, that there's, like, even though Motto's dead and Amon got a promotion and stuff, now there's more tension, there's more stuff going on. I do appreciate that. I do like that aspect of this. But at the same time, I can see, like, that level of the whole, oh, well, the teacher, it's always the teaching method. It's not the student's fault. You know what? Sometimes it is the fucking student's fault. I've had some great teachers in my time, and they couldn't teach fucking certain people. And I was just like, well, you might not like him, but he's a damn good teacher. You're just not fucking listening. You got ears on the side of your head. Why don't you try using them? So I like that Shinohara actually said that. And if she still won't change, she's an idiot. It's like, yeah, some students can be dumbasses. Some apprentices can be stupid. Eating and having drinks like this. Going through life or death situations together, that's what creates a bond. Wasn't that how it was with you and Mato? Think of it as a test to help you grow as an investigator. Besides, she doesn't have much field expertise. Don't worry, you can do it. Invite her for a bite to eat after work. A bite to eat, huh? Yep, but man, I can't believe you finally understand how hard it is to be a boss. Alright, so now we're going to the Ghoul restaurant. 7th Ward investigators, we're expected to encounter quite a few ghouls, so we come in fast and strong. But when you stepped in, you found this. Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought we were on to something too, but we got nothing except cleaning up this mess. Mind if I take a look around? No, go for it. About 50 or 60 ghouls, maybe? Jesus Christ, all dead. How gruesome. Many of them couldn't have knowingly come here to be killed. The show began, but somebody uninvited showed up. In other words, whoever attacked this place had access to the restaurant. Yeah, this is just my hunch, but I feel like the gourmet is involved with this case, and most likely did this with help from others. It's hard to imagine one of the ghoul being responsible for this carnage. Our group, with help from the gourmet, snuck in. Then they all butchered the ghouls in the restaurant. Something like that? No, it wasn't the gourmet. Take a look. Ooh. Caught her by surprise. Take a look. Notice how the wounds look like they were inflicted by a coarse file? Those are made by Rinkaku Kagune. Each ghoul has a unique Kagune wound pattern. We can identify them like you can do a weapon by its rifling. they're trying to say like the ammunition, like ballistics sort of idea. It's possible the gourmet was involved, but the gourmet has a kokaku. The gourmet did not do this. The killer's most likely a ghoul that I know. A quinkui split in two. How powerful was the kagune that did this? If there's a ghoul that can do something like this, it makes sense that a single ghoul could have killed all these ghouls. This ghoul you know. Who is it? He's thinking of, yeah, he knows. The eye patch ghoul. I believe the eye patch will lead us to the rabbit. The eye patch ghoul, huh? These restaurant ghouls. How did they get on their hands on a quinkui? They may have attacked a ghoul investigator. I can't believe ghouls have the know-how to disable a quinqui's biometric signature. So now ghouls are using quinkui. Interesting. I've gotten through to it in the last 2 days. Just goes to show how deeply they're infiltrated themselves into the shadows of human society. It's our job to shed a light on that shadow. She may lack experience, but she has the potential to overcome it. Akira. Which means I have to work even harder. Let's see. Want to grab a bite after we're done filing our report? I'll be finished in about 10 minutes. The answer is no. I'm sorry, but I try not to eat after 9. I'm still a girl, you know. Oh, wow. Thanks for the invitation, though. I'll leave my report here. It's time. Good night. Hey, Mom, want to join us for dinner? Oh, he got railroaded with that one. Wow. I did not expect that. So we're going to go on to chapter 82, but first we'll check up with the chat. 88 said 84 is an awesome stopping point in my opinion. Miss Kunda said both 83 and 84 have different cliffhangers. Both of them are fine to end on, so if you want to read past 83, you can. Ben Marsh said, wait, he's on 83 part 1 or re? 88 said part 1. Haley said, no, he's not on re. Haley said, Link can teach you how to use the Master Sword. Zelda can teach you wisdom, and also Ganon can teach you power. True. 88 said, poor Ammo, man. Yeah, like honestly, I feel bad for the poor bastard. All he's trying to do is do his fucking job, and this fucking bitch. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and he's trying to develop a relationship as a partner, right? Like, we see that in every cop show ever. Every Law and Order, every Rookie, every Blue Bloods, every fucking whatever you watch as a cop show. There's so many cop shows. But we always have that with the cop show. You need to establish a relationship with your partner. Otherwise, there's no trust. It's like a doctor with his nursing staff and etc. You need that level of trust in that field. You need your associates as a lawyer to trust you when you're a fucking lawyer. Like, it's just the way it works, right? So, yeah, I do feel bad for Amon being stuck with her. I really do. So let's see. Chapter 82. First Ward, the CCG laboratory. Honestly, I know we're in the time skip and we're supposed to like follow these guys for a while, but I'm seriously like, can we just get to like back to the cat? Can I see what Kanaki's doing? Can I see what Toka is doing? Can I see what the other people are doing? Because honestly, other than Amon, I don't really give a shit about any of these people. I only care about Amon. I hate Juzo, so like I really don't care about these people. Can we move on now? I know this is the transition, like the arc ended. We're in the transition, time skip, transition era. I get it, but it's sort of dragging a little bit now. I hope this is the last one. It's so big. This is a CCG laboratory. This is where Quinquis, Q bullets, and anti-ghoul weapons are made. Well, that would be Quinqui and Qui bullets, right? Or Qui bullets, Q bullets. They also conduct all ghoul-related research. It's where the RC gate was developed. And now we have a new character who hides their eyes. That's creepy. Special Investigator Shinohara, Dr. Chigyo. Hi. The Chief Researcher. This is the doctor who makes our Quinquis. He's a brilliant researcher who used to work at the GFG, the Ghoul something something. It's all in Latin or German or some shit. The Ghoul Research Association. The Ghoul Research in Germany. Yeah, I guessed it right. I was going to say Russian, but it looked like German. Cover my tummy with my right arm and bow. 1, 2. I'm Juzo Suzuya. So you're Suzuya, you're awfully young. Okay, interesting. I hope it meets your expectations. I looked through a number of designs, but I couldn't find one I liked, so I drew one myself. Does it look like that? More or less. Interesting. So they drew one that Juzo would like. The production of quinquis is the culmination of advanced biotechnology, biology, mechanical engineering, and a sense of design that makes us as lethal a weapon as possible. All those elements are necessary to take it beyond the kagune it was made from. I was wondering, doesn't the kagune become the quinqui itself? Oh no, it's not yet possible for us to create a kagune. I understand you're not an academy graduate. No, I got in through back channels. Don't say it yourself. Do you know the difference between a quinqui and a kagune? One has a switch and the other one doesn't? That's not entirely wrong. The kakugo inside a ghoul's body receives a continuous supply of RC cells to produce the kagune. That's not the case with the kakuo we use to make quinquis. We can't feed it humans, as you can imagine. So at the moment, the only way to sustain it is by injecting a preserving agent into it. Therefore, our basic principle is saving energy. Arata does a pretty good job of that. A kagune's starting point, looking at Shinohara. A kagune's starting point is the release of RC cells from the kakuo. We have the formation phase, the released RC cells bond with each other. The stable phase, the bonded cells maintain their state for a period of time. And the degeneration phase, the cells lose their bond as time lapses. And then it goes back to the start again. It's a repetition of those three phases. This entire cycle occurs at the high speed for an ukaku. That's why it appears as if it's floating. However, it's energy consuming. The kukaku has a long stable phase, so it can maintain itself for an extended period of time. But we're not yet able to recreate this cycle artificially. A quinqui's shape and size can't be willfully changed, like a ghoul can with their kagune. So we have to restrict it to one shape for the sake of saving energy. Oh, so they give up the idea of the transformation sequence and the phases for a solidified holding one stage. We determine the reach and hardness of a quinqui depending on the total RC value a kakuo can retain. You get it? Kinda. Yeah, it's burning my brain out too, honestly. I'll make sure he does. Just think of quinqui as having a fixed shape, for the most part. Well then, the moment you've been waiting for, your quinqui is right over here. That thing looks absolutely disgusting. Here you go. That thing looks like... what? Let's see. Here you go. Well, impressive, huh? It has a monetary value of 5,000. RC value of 5,000. It's a beast. It's not often that rank 2 investors can carry a quinqui like that. I'm sure the authorized issuing to be considering you acquired it yourself. It's the Jason Voorhees one. Interesting. I'll show you how the gimmick works. Suzuya. Let's see how it cuts. Boom! Well, shit. Get the quinqui steel. That's 900,000 yen per ton. And she just cut it. And Shinohara just like, oh, fuck. I'm allowed to name it, right? Yeah, the owners are allowed to name it. The most popular way is using whatever it was called during the investigation. Although Ichiwaru's guys have a tradition of naming them themselves. Then I'll name it 13th Jason. Juzo's Jason. And it's even got the 13 on it. Well, at least Jason never died. Yeah. Supposedly. Jason, huh? I like it. It has a nice ring to it. Yay. Nice to meet you, my Jason. Oh, what's up? I see. Juzo, J, Suzuya, S. Hence, Jason. CCG's Jason, huh? I imagine JS, Jason, J. It's pretty close in English, but I imagine the kanji adds up better. Juzo's Jason or something. And ironically, the pins were already X13. Were they always like that? Was his whatever? Was Juzo's pins always 13? Because that would have been a telltale sign. I should have noticed that before. When we first met Juzo, did Juzo have the 13 in the pins in the hair? Because then I would have called it a mile away and I just missed it. Fuck, this is the problem with binge reading. I missed it. I missed it. I'm sure it was there and I missed it. CCG's Jason. That's exactly what this fucker is. Murade. Alright, the chairman. Ooh, the CCG chairman. The old Jesus-looking motherfucker himself. Japanese clothing. Tunyoyoshi Washua. Do we have a better picture of the Arigori tree? Sir, First Ward's Countermeasures Division 2 is doing its best to... You told me that before. What I want are results, not a progress report. Hurry before we suffer any more casualties. You're dismissed. Being called in to see the General Chairman himself, that old man knows how to stare you down. I don't doubt that he killed a rate triple S. He probably did. He's probably the one that took down the original owl. Oh, Bureau Chief. It's just us. Drop the formalities. Did you lose weight? Yeah, just now. Dad must be getting anxious. This is the biggest crisis the CCG's ever faced. There's the matter of the ghouls freed from the detention center too. Were they taken in by Awagiri? Even if they weren't, it doesn't change that they're still a danger to us. Okay, so wannabe Jesus is there too. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen. It's not a laughing matter, Tucker. We need to question the remaining ghouls. Ask ghouls for their help. Use whatever you can. I taught you that, didn't I? We still have him in the SS level. The priest? Oh. So he didn't leave. His opinion on ghouls can be extremely useful. He has no sense of connection to other ghouls. Give him an incentive and he'll give us all the help we need. By the way, you're certain about that informant, right? Yes. The anonymous tipper who gave us the exact location of the 11th Ward's hideout 6 months ago. Without that tip-off, our raid would have been held up by 2 weeks, although I feel duped at the same time. He could have ties to our Giri. We will find him, I promise you. Good. Also send someone the priest is quite familiar with. He'll feel more compelled to talk. Is it who I think it is? Yes. Well, who's this man, the priest? He's a double S, but he's not Yoshimura level. I believe I included the bare minimal effort in my report. Investigate Ammon. You should have included more in-depth details, presenting us with all possibilities how you can contribute to the team. You can only pursue the theory you've reached on your own. Sure, it's sufficient, but what if you're wrong? I'm not an idiot. This is how the CCG's been investigating for years. Are you discrediting the investigators of the past? Investigators of the past? You're just angry because you feel like I'm disrespecting you. Sure, your reports cover a myriad of possibilities. There's definitely no shortage of information. But if you ask me, it's just a list of possibilities. It's excessive, Investigator Ammon. Girl, I'm not trying to argue with you. But can you listen to me for once? Even Juzo's more reasonable than you. Then partner with him. Like I said, I could probably learn more from Special Investigator Shinohara. Don't take out your inexperience as a superior on me. It's not like I wanted to be your partner either. She's right. I am inexperienced. And am I taking that frustrated on her like she's saying? No, you're not. You're telling her This is how we do our fucking job. And she was wrong about the gourmet, and she might be right about the sixth ward. We have a might that she's right about the sixth ward. We have a definite wrong about her investigation of the gourmet. So she's 0 for 2 right now. A half to 2 at best. She's got a 50% chance of being right about the sixth ward, and she's also wrong about the restaurant. So, no, she should sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to you, Amon. Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't doubt yourself. She's just a fucking self-entitled brat. Because here's the deal. I'm going to explain her character. I'm going to explain her character right now, and this is going to be easy, and you guys are going to find this great. Pick a card, any card. We're playing poker. Pick a card, any card. I'm across the room from her. Well, because she thinks she's smarter than me, I'm just going to tell you what it's not. It's not one of the 52 cards in the deck. It's a baseball card, or a football card, a hockey card, or maybe it's the Joker. Because she thinks she's smarter than everybody else, she is limiting her experiences. Everybody doesn't play inside the rules. I told you guys to pick a card, any card. I didn't say what type of cards they were. So you assumed it was from a deck of 52. What if it was the Joker? What if it was I handed you a deck of baseball cards? You had no idea. And you already assumed that I was talking about playing cards. But it could have been anything. And that's her fucking problem. She's stuck up. She thinks she's smarter than everybody else and her methods are the right methods. So she automatically is going to fuck up. One day. It's worked for her so far. Smart people don't fuck up early on. Smart people go through their lives maybe up to 30, maybe up to 40, and they don't make a mistake. But then they make a big mistake, and life just crashes down on them, and they don't know how to recover from it because they never made the minor mistakes. Like, I'm a smart guy, guys, but I've made a slew of fucking mistakes, both major and minor, and that's made me smart. You don't just get to be a genius. Like, some people do, but she ain't. She's not some prodigy that was born with a dumb high IQ of 189. So she's eventually gonna be in a situation, and I'm gonna laugh. Sort of reminded me of Nobara right now. She thinks she's better, smarter than anybody else in the room. And the problem is, with people like that, is even if they are in that room, they think they are that in every room, regardless who's in the room. So, Amon, don't doubt yourself. She just a self-entitled, thinks she's smarter than everybody else in the room. And she's not. Don't worry about it. Or am I upset because of where we're headed? I hope it's that. Either way, it's not because of her. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said sorry. 23rd Ward. Whoa! We're in the detention center. We still have some repairs to do, but we're back up and running. He's in here. Please be careful. It's cold in here. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. What a pleasant surprise. It's been a long time. Kataro, my beloved son. Dantona Porpora, rate double S Ghoul. My beloved son. He's using son, I'm sure, quite non-literally. Like, he's doing that for the... Yeah. Yeah. Going back to the chat, we have Haley said Yamori. Yeah, that's Jason. 88 said, yeah, it was always 13. Miss said, oh shit, I never noticed with the pins. Haley said, no. Well, that's a cool detail. Yeah, I finally noticed, and I feel like I should have noticed. I actually feel stupid that I didn't notice, to be honest with you. But I'm glad you didn't notice either, Misk. Like, I'm glad it's not that obvious that I don't feel totally stupid. 88 said, actually, there's some part of the tarot symbolism the series has. For example, the 13 means death in tarot. Does it really? Well, 13, Friday the 13th, hence Friday the 13th. It was 13th of Friday when the Catholic Church did their thing with the Templars. And yeah, 13 has always meant, like, shitty. But anyways. 88 said, there are some characters that got other tarot number symbolism attached to them and also tarot numbers that show them from time to time. Kanaki's tarot number is 12, the Hanged Man. Interesting. That is actually interesting. Thanks for the information, 88. So yeah, anyways. So 3 hours, 10 minutes in. Longer sort of than I wanted to go, but we're almost at the home stretch here. We need 2 more chapters down. I think we can do it. And then Misk or 88, either one of you, could you find out from, if I finished off at 84, what would be the what would be next week? Like, what would be a good stopping point? Like, try to be kind to me too, guys. Like, some streams only need to be 2 hours. They don't all need to be 4, right? But yeah, okay, I'll let's pour that. But before starting 83, oh God, I feel like I have dry skin all the time now, which I do. But anyways, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go take another short break, the last break, and then we will read chapter 83 and 84, and that'll be the end of the stream. So, alrighty, be right back. Let's go. What do we got? Haley said this. 88 said chapter 89. Definitely chapter 89. Well, that would mean, wow, that'd be a short fucking stream. Unless there's a lot to cover, that'd be a short ass stream. That makes me feel like I should end at chapter 83 then. I'll go to 89, but I think I should, Haley said, have you tried Kamabucha yet? What's Kamabucha? I'll look it up, but probably not now since I don't recognize the fucking title. I'll look it up real quick. Come on. What? For fuck's sakes, why is it stupid fucking internet? Kamabucha is a type of tea. And it's also spelled Komabucha. It's a type of tea. No, I haven't. I don't drink green tea. Miss said 89 is good if it's a short stream. Yeah, I think it would be. Miss said, I guess anywhere from there up to 95 is good if you want to make it longer. So 5. Yeah, I think 95. 88 said, yeah, around 95 is pretty good too. Okay, so if I read, why don't I read this chapter and I'll save the I won't go to 84 tonight. I'll go to, we'll see. Maybe I'll go to 84 or 83. Either way, I'll be stopping really soon, and then we'll go to 95 next week. Does that sound good to everybody? Because going to 89, that would be like nothing. That would be like an hour stream. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. This has been over 3 hours, and I'm not saying I want every stream to be this long, but I'm good with like an hour and a half stream, but not with a 45-minute stream either. I might as well just review the chapters. And they said, yeah, around 95 is pretty good too. Band said, green tea drinks you. Green tea does not drink me. I'm fucking British. I drink real tea. Well, technically, I forget who actually invented tea, but because the British and who invented tea, actually? I want to know now. Tea. Who invented tea? Because I believe the two methods are very different. That's why there's green tea and non-green tea. It originated in China, Tibet, where it was used as a medicinal drink for ethnic use. I figured that in the 3rd century. It's popularized in the Qing dynasty. Portuguese priests and merchants introduced it to Europe during the 17th century. Drinking tea became fashionable in the English, who started to plant tea on a large scale in India. So yeah, I figured it was a Chinese thing, but yeah, I drink English tea. I don't drink green tea because we've changed. We've evolved it. I think we've perfected it. My mother drinks green tea and I can't stand it. Haley said it's not tea. Well, I looked it up and it said it was tea. 88 said yeah. Haley said Kamabucha is a type of alcoholic drink. Comes in flavors. What type of alcohol? Is it sake or something? Kamabucha. I looked it up on Google and it came up. I misspelled a word. So, I don't know what it is, Haley. She says, what? I said, I don't know. I really don't. But anyways, let's read chapter 83. Then we'll go back to the tea discussion. Okay, so the priest / father. Wait a minute. It's been a long time, Kataro. Would it kill you to visit me once in a while? Shut up. I don't consider you to be my father. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When he said, my son, I thought he was talking as a priest. But now he said, I don't consider you to be my father. I'm assuming this means he was a stepfather. But once again, we don't know how ghouls procreate. And we don't know what happens when a ghoul, a male ghoul and a female ghoul, like if I went and fucked a female ghoul and she got pregnant, can she get pregnant, first of all? And if she does the child turn out as a ghoul or not? Or is it a 50-50 chance? And same with the other side. If I was a ghoul and I used my ghoul dick to fuck a human woman and she got pregnant, would the kid turn out as a ghoul, or is it a 50-50 split? I don't know. And now, apparently, we're learning that maybe that's possible. I'm going to assume stepfather here, but maybe if this is his real father, he's a ghoul, but Ammon shows no signs of being a ghoul. No extra abilities, no nothing. So maybe he had sex with a human woman that was Ammon's mother, and that's how it does work? I've been asking this question from literally chapter 1. You guys know this. I've been asking this question for 6 streams in a row. And now we're here. How ungrateful of you. Looks up and says, congratulations. You've been promoted, haven't you? How is that ghost-like fella doing? Your last partner. I'm not going to answer that. So he's dead. Ha ha ha. You're always so easy to figure out, as always. So what can I do for you today? Let's see. I have a few questions. You just need to answer them. I don't mind answering your questions. But a conversation is a face-to-face dialogue. It's done between 2 people. I'm sure you're aware, but it's policy to question a ghoul with 2 or more investigators. Should I go? Thanks. Alright, so she left. Smart girl. That must be why you don't know how to handle her. Oh man, he's got his number. Did you come here for advice on how to be a boss? Have you had a taste of her yet? Shut up. Now that's a very, very, have you had a taste of her yet? That's like a double entendre. It's like, as a ghoul, you'd be like, have you, tried to eat her yet? But then, have you had a taste of her is used in human society when you're sort of being fucking boorish and you're being sleazy and you're like, hey, you ever want to fucking rub up on that, bro? And that kind of sleazy behavior, which once again, guys, I don't mind talking locker talk with the boys, but there is a limit to locker talk too. Like seriously, you still got to respect them. They fuck you. They deserve respect. Seriously, none of us are that pretty. Let's just be honest. They're doing us a favor. Let's be real here. So, yeah, like locker room talk only goes so far, and shit like that always bothered me. Like, hey, you ever want to fucking rub up on that thing? It's like, Jesus Christ, could you say it with more decorum? Like, I'm not asking you to fucking tell me, oh, would you like to buy some flowers? But just be like, hey, well, I'd like to fuck her. For some reason, that sounds better. Like, it just sounds sleazy when you do that shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm a white male. Maybe I'm probably wrong about everything, being a white male with blue eyes, but in a first world country, so what do I know anymore? Let's see. Dontaro Porpora, a Russian rape SS ghoul. I only know that's his file. Killing an investigator, mass feedings. He especially has a taste for children and his feeding habits. Go figure, he's named the priest and he has a taste for children. He couldn't write this shit any better. He ran a Catholic orphanage in Japan, where he ate all the children. Yeah, alright, fantastic. Judging how he seemed, could the rumor be true? He's aka the priest? What kind of kagune did the Aragori tree use against the guards here? I didn't see. How did the Aragori tree deactivate the locks? I don't know. See, he stayed in there. He's the double S that stayed. What is the... I don't know. Shocked? I'm not playing. Answer the question. Then ask me some real questions. I have no inclination to answer questions by somebody else on some piece of paper. Let me guess who sent you here. That's Snide Special Investigator Murata, am I right? No. You're a bad liar. I actually don't know a thing about this Arigori so-and-so. There's no way for me to know what happens outside of my cell. Any noises? Sound of something breaking? People talking? There were. I heard the last moments of the guards as they died. I haven't been excited in a while. Can you imagine? Flesh meat outside of your cell? Whew. It was hell for me to sense. I wish I could have been a part of the feast. So, let me get this straight. They keep ghouls locked up so they don't wither away by this logic, though. Like Kanaki and stuff, they don't actually require meat. Because look at what health he's in. Either they do give him some form of human rations, which I can't see these guys, like the CCG, sanctioning giving the ghouls that are in the detention center rations. I can't see that. But at the like in human vessel, maybe they give them coffee. But he seems perfectly, and he says, "Can you imagine fresh meat right outside of your cell?" Like, and he's going crazy for it. Interesting. I wonder about that, because clearly this ghoul is like, the priest is perfectly content. Maybe it's years and years, like he can survive forever. I don't know. So he's looking on. Ammon said, "I see it's pointless to continue with this. You can't help me." He looks forward and said, "Do you still wear that thing? The cross. Do you still have love for your foster parent?" There, okay, we got the answer. He was one of the kids in the church then. That's probably what happened. I was about to say, because I've still had questions about the ghoul and thing. Do you still have love for your foster parent? I wear this to remind you of my days spent at the orphanage. Those were also the days of your slaughtering that I couldn't have known. It's merely a symbol of repentance for the sin of my ignorance. I've never felt anything but hatred for you since. I'm disgusted to know you're still alive. Kataro, chase the white rabbit instead of Alice. You'll reach the same place. And Alice in Wonderland, too many people, honestly, it's supposed to be clever, but it's so, like, I want something more cryptic. I want somebody to make me a fucking Firefly or a Tolkien reference. You know what I mean? Because Alice in Wonderland is so overused. Somebody make me a fucking Lion King reference in a manga, and I'm going to lose my mind. Somebody say, it's not always the scar on the face of the, or it's not always the hyenas that do the hunting, or something. Like, somebody make a fucking reference to something more obscure, and I'm going to be happy. Like, but everybody makes, it's always Alice in Wonderland. It's never Cinderella. It's never fucking Snow White. It's never any of those things. It's always Alice in Wonderland. Why Alice in Wonderland? And in Japan. It's a European fucking story, and that seems to be the only one they read. Like, I understand, like, I'm just nitpicking here, guys. But why is it always Alice in Wonderland? And then not once in a while, give me some Snow White. Give me a Cinderella. Give me something. Give me some Rumpelstiltskin even. Jesus. Anyways. So chase the white rabbit instead of Alice and you'll reach the same place. So he is trying to help him in a way. It's weird. Send the files of numbers 130, 147, and 201 over to the lab. You're done already? Yep. Queen material? Yeah, I chose one that might help Dr. Chigyo's research. Think they'll make a good filler for a new Quinqui. Though they may not allow me to carry one. I'm jealous of Suzuya. So, you get anything out of him? Nothing useful, I see. The White Rabbit and Alice, huh? You guys tell fairy tales to each other? No. It's his usual nonsense. Ammon and the priest, huh? He's got a better chance of getting information out of him than any other investigator, but it can't be an easy assignment for Kataro. Wish Maro could have been a little more sensitive. Well, you know how he is. Hello! I have the documents you asked for. Oh, this dude is definitely a ghoul. Hey, thanks. Not a problem. Is that Shishio? Or Nishio? See ya! He's wearing a ball hat. He's a hard worker. He's precise and quick. Hello! Oh, part-timer. Yeah, I like him too. Every office is short-staffed since the Araguri raid. We need all the help we can get. Next one's for intelligence. I feel like we've got hopes, or maybe it's Kanaki himself. I feel like we got hope as long as we have young people like him helping us protect something. Clearly a goal. I agree. By the way, how's our other boy doing? Not good. Juzo's promotion and Akira's transfer. It's got to be a double whammy for Saito. Hi. Oh, Takizawa. This seat taken? Hey, no, sit down. Curry again? The curry here is excellent. You don't look too happy. Your investigation not going so good? I can't tell you. You know that. Or is it something personal? This is clearly... The guy in the ball cap is either... The guy in the ball cap is a ghoul. It's probably either Kanaki or Nishio or somebody like that. Or it's one of the dudes of Banjos in the mask and we've never seen him, so they wouldn't have seen him either. So it's a perfect disguise. Or is it something more personal maybe? The new investigators in the academy made of mine. Oh, that lady, she's so pretty. I like that cold look she has. Dude, you have no idea. She used us like pawns during our exercises. She's a weapons freak with no apparent interest in anything else. She's almost more ghoul than a ghoul. She have a boyfriend? Hell no, not her. I bet guys secretly dig her though. Maybe. Hey, give me a bite of that. What? No way. Oh, really putting it on. Sir, I finally found it. Found what? Source of the anonymous tip about the 11th ward. Well, congratulations. Wait, what? You serious? You better be serious. I'm dead serious. If I was kidding, I know you'd be pissed at me for a whole week. This dude's got more buck teeth than me, and I'm British. We cross-referenced the pay phones, call records for security cam feeds, narrowing it down. I'm pretty sure we have our guy. Good job! Thank you, thank you. So who the hell is it? You won't believe it. He was right under our snout. Its nose. Right. It was the part-timer. The part-timer? Yeah. I guess I just got to go at my own pace. That's right. What you need is confidence. I feel better after talking to you. There you go. I know it must be tough for you too, but keep it up. Nagachika. Thanks. Haide Yoshia Nagachika. The source of the anonymous tip about the 11th ward is a part-timer in the 20th ward office. We saw him drinking the coffee. Ooh, that's a pretty good cliffhanger, guys. That's a pretty good. Cliffhanger. That's pretty good. You know what? Chapter 83 will be the end, guys. I apparently 84 are going to be pretty good, but I think I can go from 84 to 95. That's only, or what is it? What am I going to? To 95. Yeah, that's only 11 chapters. I can do that easily next Friday. And I don't want the stream to be too short, and this one's gone on a fair amount of time, 3.5 hours. So I think we're okay. Caden says, whoever drinks unsweetened tea is uncultured. I don't know what does sweetened tea mean? Is green tea unsweetened and the tea I drink is sweetened? I drink black tea. I don't know what that means. Miss said, very true. Haley said, no. Caden said, and should be banished from the human species. I mean, that's a little harsh, but... 88 said, yeah, there's a point where it just gets pretty weird. It's already gotten pretty weird. Miss said, I figured they give them blood or something. They gotta give them something. Miss said, the minimum necessity to keep them from starving to death. Which, can ghouls starve to death? We don't know. That's my point. Ban said, noted. I'll give you Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. And all of the ghouls and all the CCG couldn't put Humpty the Ghoul together again. Nah, see, I can't just rhyme on the fly, guys. I'm not a rapper. I can't do that shit. Miss Cuntons, I'll say that may be a spoiler. What's a spoiler? About Heidi being potentially a ghoul? We don't know for certain yet. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Because I don't remember it being explained before now. 88 said, not really, I think. All we saw is that he was concerned about Kanaki. We saw him drinking coffee, saying it tasted bitter. He didn't remember anything about the Nishio attack. So, yeah, like, it's up in the air whether he's actually... but he's clearly been a ghoul before Kanaki was, if he turns out to be a ghoul. He was a ghoul before Kanaki was a ghoul. But, yeah. Miss said, we'll err on the side of caution. Good saying, and good idea. Good idea. Good idea. Miss said, nah, I deleted one of 88's comments. Oh, I don't even see the 88 deleted part. So you're so fast. Miss is doing that 310 Yuma. He's already fired it off before I even had a chance. 88 said, I'd like if you read 84 right now. It's a better cliffhanger for next week, in my opinion. But it's okay if you don't want to. 3 hours plus already. Yeah, I honestly, I think I'm sort of done. We're 3.5 hours into it. And I feel like my energy will be... Put it this way, 88. I understand why you might be a little upset, but I didn't actually expect to get this far anyways. But at the same time, I feel like knowing that 84 is going to be hype leads me to be super excited for next week. Does that make sense? You know? Like, I sort of wish I had stopped at, like, chapter 63 last week. 63, 64. And then I got the owl stuff this week. You know, like, so, like, I'm getting too much greatness in one stream. And not that I want to make this 30 fucking streams, but at the same time, I also don't want to end it in 4 streams either. The point of it is for me to have an ongoing series every Friday that people can enjoy, right? So that's part of the fun of doing an ongoing series every Friday, is that I get to jump into a manga that a lot of people love, that a lot of people are fans of, and I get to enjoy it firsthand, and I don't want to speed run it. I don't want to go too quick. That's all. I want to digest the information, because a lot of shit just happened, you know? Bob is in here and said, read Kengan, man. I don't know. Apparently you gotta read Ashura before Omega or whatever the fuck. I forget the order. Maybe one day I'll read Kengan. I mean, Misk likes it, so. Miss said, finding a good place to read it has become a real bitch now since Mangadex went down. Yeah, Mangadex was like my... I was back in the day. Back in my day, we had something called Manga Reader. Manga Reader was the thing, and Manga Fox. Those were the places you went. We didn't have any of these Manga Dexes. Oh no, we had Manga Stream. Manga Stream was my favorite. Manga Stream was way better than Manga Reader and Manga Fox. That was the best one. That was the best one, absolutely. 88 said, yeah, no problem, not upset at all. Oh, I'm just, you know, I'm trying to appease everybody, but at the same time, like, I gotta do this thing on my own pace. Ban said, you can watch Ashura. Manga for Life is the plug. Thank me later. Manga for... Is it an anime? I can watch it? I didn't know it was an anime. Is Kengan an anime, people? What? Miss Condon says, alright, it's probably up on Manga Life. Haven't checked. But is it an anime? Apparently it's an anime, because apparently I can watch it. Which honestly, I'd rather read it because I don't have enough time to watch. Look at what fucking doing all that Record of Ragnarok shit did to me. I had to watch 12 episodes of that shit, which was really way better than you guys give it credit for. I had to watch it all, then watch it a second time, and review it all. Like, it was just like, yeah. Miss Khan said, King has an anime, it's CGI, and cuts out a lot of content. It has a season 2 in Netflix. Miss Khan says, Bob. Miss says, also does not at all capture the quality of the art. Well, then clearly that's not an option. I want to read the manga. But, which, by the way, I can read the manga a lot faster than I can watch an episode. Like, at the end of the day, I really can. I got through 100... I caught up when Misk and I were doing that Toriko stream. I caught up to about 101 chapter or 91 chapters just to refamiliarize myself with the basic premise because I had already read it. There's no fucking way I could have sat down and watched 91 chapters worth of content in Toriko, even if Toriko had a decent anime. I couldn't have done that. Like, at the end of the day, guys, you can read East Blue of One Piece faster than you can watch it. Doesn't mean that that doesn't mean the anime is bad, but if you need, like, the information and you want to get caught up on something, sometimes time is a factor. '88 said, tried reading the digital Viz rips yet? I don't know if you know this, 88, but I'm reading on Viz.com. I have a subscription. The quality for Tokyo Ghoul especially is pretty much lossless, and it is HQ as it gets digitally too. I'm subscribed. I pay my $2 a month. I have an account. I'm literally reading this on Viz.com. That's where I've been reading Tokyo Ghoul. That's where I read Jujutsu Kaisen. I read all my shit on Viz. I don't think that fucking, I don't think $24 a year is a fucking, like a rape. I'm willing to pay my $24 a year and get access to all my favorite manga without worrying about viruses. I have the Shonen Jump app. I can read Toriko for free. I can read Bleach for free. I can read whatever I want for free if I don't own the physical copies. Which I own all of Bleach, so that's fine, but still. So, no, I haven't tried reading the digital Viz rips yet because I'm already reading on Viz. So, unless there's a high quality version of Viz that my $2 doesn't buy me, but I don't know. 88 said, oh yeah, I was talking to Misk, but forget to the at. Oh, never mind then, it's fine, 88, it's fine. By the way, guys, fucking 10 likes. Thank you. Misk can probably tell me, is this the first fucking Tokyo Ghoul stream where we've had 10 likes? I feel like it is. I feel like we haven't had 10 likes before on a Tokyo Ghoul stream yet. We haven't hit double digits yet, and now we officially have. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. It's cool. It's cool. Bob said, I always read my stuff on MangaBat, and it's free. I've actually never been on MangaBat. I hope it... if the site works for you, perfect. Haley says 11 likes. Well, I'm only seeing 10 right now, but maybe you're right because sometimes the YouTube studio is funky. Like sometimes the concurrent viewers goes down to 0, yet people are still talking in the chat. And I'm just like, well, how do I have 0 viewers when I have 4 people in the chat talking right now? Know what I mean? So yeah. I brought all this beer in. And now I mean, I'm still going to drink it, but yeah. Anyways, I think we reached our high point. I don't want this to go to 4 hours. I'm sorry, guys. 3 hours and 44 minutes. I should have ended the stream 20 minutes ago, but I do appreciate everyone who's been in here. Thanks, Ban finally dropping by for a stream, you fucking prick. Misk being in here as always, like he always is. Bob, nice to see you in a stream every once in a while. 88 is in here. He's usually in my streams. Is pretty cool. Haley, thanks for dropping in as always. Caden was in here for a good long while. That was pretty cool. We also had somebody new. Artist was in here. Thanks, Artist, for joining. I hope and assume you subscribed. Skin was in here earlier. That was pretty cool because Skin's usually has decent opinions, but I mean, not all the time. Wave of Manga was in here as well, and I think that's everyone. See, I am that unpopular that I can actually go through the entire chat and figure out everybody. So there we go. So I think I shouted out everybody that was in the chat. Once again, guys, this was our Friday night Tokyo Ghoul read-through stream, part 6. We got to the end of chapter 83, and I'm going to start off with chapter 84 and get to chapter 95 next Friday. Be sure to check next Friday when I jump in and I do this again. We'll be doing part 7. As I said, chapter 84 to 95 should be a banger because this arc, Tokyo Ghoul, has been going from good to better to just great. It's just really been awesome. So I'm really glad that Misk recommended that I do this one. The ones on the table, I believe, were Hunter x Hunter, this, and something else that I forget. And he recommended Tokyo Ghoul. So I'm grateful for Misk Content for telling me do Tokyo Ghoul. So anyways, for the last shout outs to the video, Haley says Twitch needs to change some stuff. I don't really use Twitch, so sure. 88 said, I actually watched all the past VODs. Usually I can't join because work and stuff, but glad to be here. See ya. Yeah, 88, I'm glad that you actually go back and watch the past ones. Like, that's where I get a lot of, as I've always talked about people, this is a slow burn thing. I might only have 6 to 7 people watching right now, but these videos get hundreds of views. Sometimes, like not necessarily these particular ones, but some streams I do end up blowing up to 400 or 500 views. And it's just like, people watch them afterwards, and that all counts. So don't feel bad if you don't make the stream. I make streams based on my schedule, not the world's 24,000 time zones that exist, right? So join when you can, don't join when you can't, and just hope that you guys end up watching it later. Whether you're playing a video game, it's what I do. I put on a former live stream of Teching or King of Lightning or even Misk Content, you know, because sometimes he has good opinions once in a while. And I'll put that on and I'll play a video game or something. I haven't done that in a while, but usually if I'm playing a video game or something, you throw a live stream on in the background. If you guys do that stuff, if you're driving for 2 hours and you just put me on in the background or whatever, you do that too, whatever. It's all good. It's all good. As long as you guys are enjoying, that's the main part. Haley said there's that one scene. Sure. Bob said, I just finished high school. Really? You just finished high school? Congratulations. Congratulations. You know, nowadays, people actually fail high school. You know, which in the 90s was impossible. Well, no, in the 90s it was possible. In the 2000s was impossible, yet somehow people still did it. So, you know, seriously, congratulations. Haley said, when's part 8 of the Twilight Princess manga? It's on order. I'm going to receive the manga this month. So when I receive it, I will probably review it. I haven't even read it yet. So eventually, when I get the manga volume, it'll be here. And by the way, I couldn't pay my fucking power bill based on buying that shit. So yeah, I shouldn't have bought it in the first place. But anyways, that's beside the point. Tokyo Ghoul, read through reaction part 6, ending at chapter 83, guys. Like, comment, subscribe as always. Don't forget to drink responsibly as always. and your hostess with the mostest, Griever, as always, right here with you guys, telling you, check out part 7 next Friday. Don't know what time it's starting. It's always up in the air with me with Fridays, but I definitely will get to you guys on Friday, and we will be starting off strong with chapter 84 and getting to chapter 95. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for the 10 likes. Thank you to everyone that I've already mentioned in the chat for being here. I appreciate it a lot. Gives me more content to bring to you guys, and we will see you guys, all you beautiful guys, gals, and whatever else you want to call yourselves in between. We will see you guys later on. Later, everybody.